Welcome in to the NFL Draft live show presented by us here at WFUV Sports. I'm Griffin Stevenson, joined by Tucker Austin, Brendan Shorey. We have Joe Henry behind the glass. He'll be getting in on the action as we rotate through our sort of hosts here, and hopefully soon after he's out of class, Chris Carino can join us. But we have a lovely show for you here today. Draft set to start in about 15 minutes. We're going to do a quick overview, talk all things going around the NFL, and then we'll have you guys here for the NFL Draft. We should have live audio of the actual picks being as they come in, and then we will give you our reactions and then maybe some predictions as well. But yeah, I'll start in here. You guys excited for the draft?
I'm excited for the draft every year, but this year I'm just not as excited as I was last year.
Dude, Giants have two top 10 picks.
The Giants have two top 10 picks. First of all, as of I forget when exactly the Dexter Lawrence trade was. It like within the last week? Yeah. I think it was within a week. So it hasn't even been a week. So it still didn't really process with me like mentally that the Giants actually got two picks. So I don't think that has quite hit me yet. But at the same time, it's also not like, I don't know. I just don't feel like it's nearly as exciting of a draft class as it was last year. Like I was jazzed over Abdul Carter last year and over the possibility of getting Jackson Dart. When the Giants traded up and got Jackson Dart last year, I was over the moon. This year feels more like, it feels less like there can be like a huge splash for the Giants more than there's like a job to do and it needs to be done. And so I won't be like, I won't be ecstatic. Yeah, it's exciting, but like compared to last year, I'm just not as excited because this draft class, it doesn't have the same allure as last year's class. I don't know.
I disagree with that. I think it's just allure in a different way.
Like there's Fernando Mendoza, and after that, I don't know. These names, like some of these guys jump out at you, but I just remember last year,
I say it's very deep on the defensive side.
Yeah.
It's extremely deep on the defensive side.
A lot of really good defensive linemen, and then it's kind of a weak linebacker class for the first round, but defensive backs, and
I would disagree with that as well.
I mean, besides,
you get C.J. Allen, Anthony Hill, and Sonny Styles, who could all be first-round picks.
Sonny Styles,
linebackers.
Sonny Styles linebacker. But besides, it's him and C.J. Allen really that I think are like locks to go in the first round. But I don't know. It's interesting. I think there's a lot of room for a lot of teams to mess up really badly, which is kind of exciting. I think, Tucker, I'm interested in your thoughts. I think if the Giants go two offensive players, they've cooked themselves.
No.
There is a world where
Absolutely
they get Jeremiah
not.
Love and Jordan Tyson, and I think that'd be a huge mistake.
I'd be really happy about Jeremiah Love, but I would not be happy about Jordan Tyson at all.
Can I ask you as a Giants fan, like, why? I get he's an amazing running back, but also I know injury Scatabo, but Tyrone Tracy, if he gets more reps, like, is a good running back.
I'm not married to him.
I know, but
he's a serviceable running back at best. Jeremiah Love is like generational talent running back.
But your offense
when he comes to the league next year, he's going to have the best like open field burst
talent
in the league. Yes. Jeremiah Love is really, really good at football.
Well, yeah, but he won't be as see, that's the thing, though, is he won't be
40 scrimmage touchdowns last year. That's not counting the kickoff
team.
team.
But look at every good running back ever. His first year is not going to be insane. Look at Genty.
Look at Zeke.
Look at Genty played fine. Genty played great for a first year running back.
They're not like, as in like, I just feel like a player like, if you can get like Sonny Styles is going to change your team a lot more.
I don't think we really have to worry about this as much. I think he's gone by the time the Giants pick.
Exactly. Like if Jeremiah Love is on the board at 5, it'll be interesting to see if the Giants bother to pick him.
I'd be shocked if he's on the board still.
I think if
I would be too, because he'll probably go to the Titans.
I think if the Giants don't pick him, he probably falls.
They're not going to get the
deep.
opportunity. Like we got to live in a world where the Titans don't make a stupid decision and actually give Cam Ward a running back.
With the Commanders at 7, I don't think he falls even if the Giants don't.
Thing is, Pollard is still.
Am I delusional for
in
thinking,
Tennessee, right?
Am I delusional for thinking that if he falls from like in the range from like 7 to 10, it's not out of the realm of possibility that the Seahawks trade up? It's not Schneider's like MO, but like I don't necessarily think that's
trade up with what?
Some of our 11 picks next year.
People aren't going to want next year's picks.
Yeah, they will. Next year's draft class is
not
good.
as much as they'll want this year's.
No, but I agree. But I think if it's a team like a team like the Commanders or the Chiefs. Well, if he somehow falls to 9, the Chiefs would trade back with us because they already have Kenneth Walker. The Chiefs would trade back, but Commanders I think also could trade back. Like
you'd have to give up a hefty package to move up from 32.
I don't even think the Seahawks are going to be picking at 32. I don't think the Seahawks are going to be picking at 32 anyway.
I've seen a couple of projections that put Jeremiah Love on the Commanders actually, which I was kind of surprised by. Like. I just don't.
Past 5,
I don't see a world where I guess he could fall past 5, but then again, like I would kind of want the Giants to grab him at 5 if he was still there.
Yeah. The team that I think has the most capability to mess things up, which a lot of people said they messed up last year's draft, but in retrospect, it ended up being a really solid draft for them. But the Browns at 6 are really interesting to me because I think it's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation where I feel like culture fit wise, like Carnell Tate makes a lot of sense. Ohio State guy in Cleveland, but then also, and they do need a wide receiver so bad. Like Jerry Jeudy, first option hoops is horrible. Like let's be honest. But at the same time, it's not gonna matter if Shadur Sanders has no time in the pocket whatsoever. Like they might need to draft an O-lineman. And I'm a big believer, I don't know about you guys.
There we go.
Realistically, most teams, I would dare to say like 80 to 85% of the teams in the NFL draft in the first round, you should take a D lineman or an offensive lineman. That's how teams actually built. Like, okay, I hate to bring them up again, but look at the Seahawks, right? 3 out of the last 4 years, or no, 2 out of the last 3 years, O-lineman, and that changed things so much. And then a D lineman was the other one.
I mean, it changed things enough, but like there were so many other factors at play that weren't only the fact that they drafted linemen. And there are good linemen to be had in the first round, but at the same time, like you use a pick in the first round on a lineman, and if you're only pick in the first round, you're passing on basically the entire stock. Especially for some of these teams that you say need linemen, they're going to be top 15 picks in the draft. They're you're not drafting linemen. I mean, maybe you draft linemen in the bottom of the draft if you want to get like marginally better.
People forget how many good skill position players there are in the second and third rounds. Like
that's how
teams are built. Second and I mean,
you can say the same about like a lot of linemen can be drafted in the second and third round that can come in and make
top two rookie of the year players last year were second rounders.
Yeah,
Schweizinger and Imamori. Like I don't know. Again, though, I think this is my Seahawks bias, just because we've drafted historically well in the second and third round. So maybe it is tough. Like there are teams that when you have first round picks, it's just weird. Like talking about the Dolphins before this, it's like, what do you do? Like they probably should draft 2 offensive linemen just because it makes sense. Like they're not going to be competitive this year. You might as well get 2 good, and you're going to be back next year. But they're kind of the boring teams. I think a team that has the potential to do like a really funny, it worked out for the Packers, like a Jordan Love type pick where the fan base is just so annoyed is, dude, if the Chargers don't draft an O-lineman, man, I don't know what they're doing. They honestly should draft 5 and just be like, all right, two or three of these guys got to hit because they have 5 bona fide scrubs. And they have a good on their O-line.
Are you serious?
Bro,
they have the worst O-line.
Joe Alt and Rashawn Slater.
Oh yeah, Joe Alt got hurt.
Who were both hurt this last year.
No,
That's
but I mean,
why.
but they had 5. But they need another one because they had the worst O-line in the league. And
they have arguably, when healthy, 2 of the best, one of the best like tackle tandems.
It doesn't matter if the other 3 guys are
Yeah, you said
revolving
they have 5
doors.
bona fide.
Sorry, they don't have 5.
Yeah,
Yeah, Joe Alt. I forgot about Joe because he was hurt. I'm sorry. But like,
so was Slater was. Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he was All Pro a couple of years ago.
No, but that's the issue with the Chargers is O linemen fall off a cliff. Like the NFL, you don't.
He was hurt.
I know, but also though their other 3 O line were also like former All Pros, and NFL you don't really gradually decline. I feel like you kind of fall off a cliff, and they
disagree with that.
They have a good quarterback. They have a good defense. They have a solid skill position players on offense. Like they just need O linemen, and they're set. But
I think in the first round of the draft, you got to go after a guy that you want at a position you need, and later rounds you just go for guys that you need. Like the Browns are in a position. Last year in the draft, they took a D tackle at 5. So going into this year, I think you definitely got to flip it and go offense and try to help Shadur Sanders. I like a skill pick over a line pick here because like Shedeur Sanders has to be able to throw to somebody. You said it yourself. Jerry Jeudy is not the option.
Yeah,
he's not going to be the option as time goes on. So they're going to need a younger, probably wide receiver to actually shore up that wide receiver room going forward.
That's very true.
I also look for a lineman later on.
I also think the linemen fall off a lot harder in later rounds than skill position players do. I think like a third-round corner is a lot better than a third-round lineman.
That at this point, like it's so hypothetical. Like second, not second round maybe, but like third or fourth round and beyond. It's either going to be a guy who maybe retires in like 5 to 6 years and just like pockets the paycheck and doesn't do anything of significance, or it's the next gem pick who's like a cornerstone of your line for the next 7 to 12 years.
Yeah,
like it's kind of a toss up.
Well, that's
when you get that far down in this this list of guys.
That's the thing that makes this draft super weird though. Is also there will be wide receivers available at 24 most likely for the Browns, but I do think they need to get a star wide receiver. But the thing that makes this draft interesting, I think, is a lot of the teams that have
they have two picks. They can go skill at the top and then get a lineman.
Parnell Tate and Spencer Fano.
Yeah,
that's what I want.
No, but Spencer Fano won't be there. I don't think he'll. But
I think there's a real.
That's if the Giants don't get
the Ravens. But I just think this year's draft is interesting because I feel like all the teams that have first round picks, like high first round picks, they're like some years it's more obvious what a team needs, but I feel like a lot of the teams this year like need a lot of different stuff. So then it's like, because like a team like the Ravens, I think Kenyon Sadiq would be very good for the Ravens and would be electric next to Lamar Jackson and stuff. But also like their O-line and D-line is pretty shoddy. So like, what do you do?
Well, their entire depth chart also got fleeced by the New York Giants in the offseason.
Yeah, I think they go Spencer Fano, or they should, but I wouldn't be surprised if they go Kenyon Sadiq. You know, like there's a lot of interesting things at play. Why don't we go really quickly before we head to break? Tucker, starting with you, what two players do you want with the Giants' 2 draft picks?
Oh, well, I mean, top of the list for me is definitely Caleb Downs. He'll be the highest safety drafted since Jamal Adams in 2017. If the Giants get him at 5, they need somebody in the secondary. 2 for me is Carnell Tate, if he's still there at 10. It would be kind of a long shot if the Browns don't let him go. That's why I kind of want them to maybe jump on Tate at 5. It could be interesting. It might be too high for him, and it might like leave the door open where they might lose out on Downs. So it's a decision they got to be able to make in the room, and if they get wind of what the Browns are doing. But I think it's Downs at 5 for sure.
1 second before you go, Brendan, I agree also. I think Caleb Downs is actually probably the best player, one of the best players in this draft. Really quickly, we have WFUV alumni Jack Warner on the phone.
Hey now.
Mr. Warner.
Good to be back, boys. How you doing?
Warner, what's up?
Good.
How we doing?
Good, man. Listen, I just wanted to preface with a quick thing before I ask you guys a question. It's actually I'm sitting at a draft party myself right now in Flatiron over at the Athletes First office. I recently started working at an NFL agency, and we're going to watch a bunch of our clients get drafted tonight.
Huge.
And it should be a record-breaking night. We have a ton of college clients this year, especially a bunch of first-rounders, projected first-rounders, I should say. Jeremiah Love, David Bailey, Keldrick Falk, Spencer Fano, Jermod McCoy, Mansour Delane, TJ Parker, bunch of guys.
Do you know how Mansour Delane's visit with the Seattle Seahawks went? Do you know do you know any of their visits with
No, I am not that is locked in, but we have a ton of amazing talent here that I think are going to, take the first step towards some amazing careers tonight. So we're all very excited for them, very proud. But I will cut right to the chase, ask you guys a quick question, just because I think it's been a really fun talking point surrounding this year's draft class, and I'd be curious to hear your guys' thoughts on it. With the New York Jets at number 2, I think it's really cool and been kind of a fun little side conversation having 2 elite prospects at the same position, kind of going head-to-head with David Bailey and Arbel Reese. It's been a kind of a toss-up what direction the Jets may go and, deciding which one that they would ultimately choose. I've seen a bunch of different draft projections from the professionals going either way. And I'm just curious to know if it's something you guys have looked into at all, what your personal takes would be, because people seem pretty confident that the Jets are going to go edge rusher. They obviously need someone that can put more pressure on the quarterback and help, maybe influence a few interceptions this season, because that was hard to come by last year. They couldn't even get one. So I'm just curious to hear, because they're two just such elite prospects playing the same position. There's been so many discussions over which guy the Jets might go with. I guess if you guys were in that room right now over in Floral Park and we're deciding, I think it's Floral Park, no, it's not Floral Park. I think that's Long Island, but New Jersey, New York Jets. If you had to pick, are you taking David Bailey or are you taking Arvell Reese? And thank you guys. Have a good show.
Thanks, Warner.
Thank you.
Interceptions were hard to come by is the understatement of the year. They had zero last year.
I would personally take Arvell Reese. I don't think it's what they're going to do. I think they're going to take David Bailey. I like Arvell Reese. I like his versatility more
for the last week
than I like Bailey's versatility, and I think that's a big part of that pick.
The thing with David Bailey is a lot of people have been saying, I feel like David Bailey's kind of been an industry plan a little bit the past week, but people say that David Bailey is a little bit more NFL ready, maybe, which would help the Jets a little bit, but I just think Arvell Reese's upside.
The Jets aren't NFL ready.
Yeah, no, I think Arvell Reese's upside is a lot better, and it's a weird thing where I think when it boils down to it is if the Jets don't take Arvell Reese probably goes third, right?
Yes.
If the Jets don't take David Bailey might
third.
fall. No, David Bailey probably is projected to go a lot further down than that. So I don't.
Oh boy, is he already coming out, or is he just starting the draft? I have the stream pulled up, so I can't really tell. Joe, is this the actual pick?
We got sound.
I think it might just be the intro, because he's just kind of standing there with a couple of terrible towels at the moment.
I couldn't hear Joe, but
Pittsburgh, here we are.
This might just be him starting the draft.
Come on,
I think.
you do better than that.
I think.
Oh boy, no, they're gonna keep booing him.
We have over 300,000 people. Let's go. It's
this
here.
Vrabel situation doesn't help too.
Oh my
There you
God.
go.
Yeah, unprompted.
Well, he just announced that it wasn't a
Welcome to the
football
2026
issue, which,
NFL
no matter what
draft.
you agree on it, every opposing
We
fan.
were aware of
but,
that
but
already.
I'm saying every opposing fan wants an investigation. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Not really.
not really.
Yeah.
You're the only one out of this entire
why
group
not?
who has
Why
been
not?
asking for an investigation all day.
No, our Patriot fan Joe has in the back.
Joe asked for one. I don't know why he would.
He said
His
he would
head
do
coach.
it. No, he said he would do it himself.
Oh, okay.
I
Little self-investigation.
Yeah,
That's totally valid and will definitely go the way that.
He said he would do it
It
himself
should
and
go.
clear his name.
You know what? That's probably what the Patriots will do. That's honestly what might happen. They'll do an internal investigation, report it to the NFL, and then say nothing happened and move on.
Just motioning in the back. He's like, I'm innocent.
I think his I think unfortunately for Vrabel, whether it's this season or next
You're
season, it's
trying
terminal.
so hard.
It's terminal,
You're trying
dude.
so
It's
I don't
terminal.
understand
It's
why
gonna-
you want
it's
this to
gonna be
happen so
some
bad when you
things-
already beat the Patriots.
No,
like,
it
your
doesn't
team
matter.
beat the Patriots in the Super
Some
Bowl.
things-
It's over.
Some things
You don't have to hate
just,
them anymore.
No, but some things, especially in the social media age, just follow you around. And this will be one of those things that no matter what, at least for this season, it's going to be a huge distraction. And I don't think it's going to take away from Vrabel's coaching ability. I just think
Then
it's
why would it?
because I
hurt
think
the
it's going to be
team?
more of a player-based distraction. And like we talked about, no matter what, no matter if he comes out with a press conference or does anything, it would suck.
Players are there to play.
No, but it's
They're not there
already-
to worry about their coach's personal.
No, but it's already something where Mike Vrabel had to go on the press conference today and say, please respect the players that we draft. Like, imagine going it would suck if you worked your butt off for 19 years and you get drafted in the first round by the New England Patriots, and all that people are talking about is memeing because you got drafted to the team where the coach just had a well publicized affair. Like, that's a problem.
I don't think it's going to turn immediately into a meme because of that.
It already is.
like
turned into a meme.
there is a very simple solution to this, and it's as a player you just don't pay attention to it. And
It's
they already
impossible.
don't pay. They
is
already
possible.
don't pay attention. Like,
That's
it's
impossible.
their job.
That's impossible.
It is
That's
players'
such a-
jobs
that's so
to
naive.
tune out what happens on social media. You can't say it's impossible.
Griffin,
These players already do this on a day-to-day basis.
Guys, these
Griffin,
are,
you're
they
treating
block out
this-
hate
these
and
are
trolling
kids that have-
constantly.
No, but these are kids that are that were born in 2006, 2007, guys. It is You don't think that every player in the NFL draft is acutely aware of what's going on with Mike Vrabel?
Of course they can be aware and not let it affect them.
This is not.
Are they children? Are they like 12 years old? No, they're 20 and 21.
You're treating it like an Urban Meyer. It's not an Urban Meyer.
This is not an Urban Meyer situation at all.
For sure.
Of course, but why does that? The players are not going to let that distract them. Because
luckily, players use the front of their head to play football when they hit other players.
The NFL, you don't want anything like that.
Yeah, you don't want anything to happen anytime to any of the people in your organization. But when things happen, you just kind of got to move on and roll with it. We are nowhere close to a place where we need to be dragging Mike Vrabel through the mud and saying he shouldn't be in control of the Patriots anymore.
Whoa, Tucker.
This is what you've been asking for all day. You've been asking for him to step down.
I don't know why you're defending
Tucker.
Why are you defending Mike Vrabel? I actually think I'm going to
never said it was defending Mike Vrabel's actions of defending his existence as the head coach of the Patriots.
But I'm saying I will stand here right now, look at the camera, and say we can 100% drag Mike Vrabel through the mud. He had as of this point, we know they met up in 2024, 2026, which would probably mean 2025, and 2020. He had what I'm going to call right now, allegedly, a 6-year-long affair with an NFL insider where he cheated on his wife and he has 2 kids. I'm gonna
have fun at the slander trial. Have fun at the slander trial.
Slander it.
No, you're making it professional though. You're saying
there's a reason why in the corporate world and all that stuff.
If there is an investigation into tampering, I'll accept it.
People's personal choices say a lot about who they are. And that says a lot about
whether or not he should be the head coach of the Patriots. I don't think so.
In football,
the Raiders are on the clock.
In football,
they are on the
Raiders are on the clock.
In football, if you're good, you
we
play.
know the Raiders are picking. So,
if you're good, you play. If you're bad, you don't. That's all that dictates being out there, being on the team.
No. Players don't recover from certain stuff. You can
individual players, but not when it's their coach. Like when it happens to them, yeah, it's hard to like recover when it's you. But like when you have literally nothing to do with it and it's just your head coach's personal dealings.
If you're saying players have a hard time getting over stuff like that, what makes you think Mike Vrabel literally went in the press conference today and said, "I gotta be with my family first." And when he was asked if he's gonna have to miss any more Patriots important team things, he said, "I can't answer that question right now." That's uncertainty surrounding your head coach in an off season where you're supposed to be building. It doesn't matter. These coaches are in the building.
It does matter. It
does matter.
It totally matters.
When your head coach, Joe, I'm very curious your Joe's thread on this. When your head coach has to miss things, especially not when it's a verified scheduled thing that
talking about day 3 of the draft,
they have to be absent. Doesn't matter. It's still a distraction.
Doesn't matter who gets drafted in day 3. That Mike Vrabel needs to be there for that.
Joe's gonna give his mind.
I don't understand why he couldn't wait one more day for counseling.
Okay.
It's already interfering. It already is. And
maybe the counselor was booked.
Dude,
that's where we're at. We have no real information about this, and we're still sitting here talking
about it.
I don't understand.
Tucker, we have
3 photos
of them kissing.
3 photos.
We have photos of them kissing.
I mean, come on, guys, he did it.
Yeah, Tucker, I don't know why you're dying on this hill of that. You could say that he did it. That doesn't mean he should be fired. I think he did it, and that whether you like it or not, we live in a world where I think it's kind of interesting to think that wouldn't play an impact for a lot of these people. I mean, dude, I'll allude to it. I'm not going to speak exactly what because the controversy is a little much, but and it's different because he's a billionaire and he owns the team, and that's a little different. But anytime Robert Kraft is mentioned, his controversy is brought up all the time. That's pretty much been his legacy, especially on the internet, since that's happened. And now you have it. Really, what it does is it doesn't help when you factor it in with all the other Patriots organizational controversies. It is a really big mountain of stuff that is just it's not good. And I think they should get a tampering investigation because Dan Rossini has been posting a lot of very interesting things in her articles about A.J. Brown and his links, and probably had insider information, which is a problem. I wouldn't be happy if I was. I just think it's weird. It sucks.
I just think I see where you're coming from. I just think there is just as much of a chance that this literally goes nowhere. He goes to counseling and everyone forgets about it in 2.5 months. Maybe not fully forget about it. Like the internet like you said with Robert Kraft, the internet won't let it go, obviously. But I think the majority of fans, there's a way that it goes like that where there's an investigation and maybe he actually does lose his job. But I think the flip side of that coin is in 2.5 months, the Patriots and Mike Vrabel are back at camp, and most of NFL fans have moved on.
You don't think the first question at training camp is going to be, Coach? It's been a tumultuous offseason. How have you?
Why wouldn't it be?
That's going to be that's going to be the first question. Yeah, that's going to be the first question.
Because
also,
the media is insufferable.
Also, every game. No, but that's what you would ask. That's what people want to know. Also, every.
Well, it depends. We'll see.
Every game that happens, you don't think any defensive players, offensive players, get a nice little play on the sideline, and they look up and they see Mike Vrabel, and you don't think an NFL player is gonna maybe say something to Mike Vrabel, and that's cool, but like you could be like, yeah, he's just gonna brush it off your head coach. However,
yeah,
like I said, if you're a cornerback and you go, hey, Mike Vrabel, you cheated on your wife, by the way. Remember when you did that? And your 2 kids? It doesn't matter if Mike Vrabel brushed that off. You have players that hear that are like, this kind of is annoying.
Hey, now, buddy.
First of all, I have no idea why you've kept saying that too.
Well, there's photo evidence,
and you can only cheat on one person, and it's your partner.
Well, no, but his kids are the real victims here. Let's be honest. Like he cheated his 2 kids. He broke up a marriage. She also had a family.
They aren't divorced yet. You're going 75,000 steps ahead of where this story is.
Well, no, it doesn't matter if they get. It doesn't matter if they get divorced. It doesn't matter if they get divorced. I'm sorry, if your dad cheat on your mom, that would still be a little bit of something that would
make it as personal.
That would still stick. I'm trying to say that would still. It doesn't matter if they get divorced. Like this is 2 families now that are like, and it's a lot of mental divorce. If they get divorced or not, cheating is one of the biggest mental things you can go through with your family.
And it's still possible to go through that.
Yeah.
Why do you think he's going to counseling? In 3 months, their marriage could be fine, and he could not be cheating anymore, and everything moves on.
Well, that's a very rose-tinted way to look at the world, but
so you're just sitting here being a cynic then, and just asking for everything to go wrong for the Patriots because you beat them in the Super Bowl. Like this all traces back to randomly hating on the Patriots because you were playing them in a Super Bowl. Like get over it, you won.
If Mike, I don't care about the Super Bowl aspect of it.
This all trails from that.
No,
you would not care about this.
It's a hilarious story.
You would not care.
All right, Roger Goodell, hang on.
Roger
Goodell's announcing the pick.
Boo. Is he? There it is.
With the first pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Fernando Mendoza.
The lock of the century. I hope everyone put their mortgages on that because you probably just made like $200,000.
It's the obvious pick. Interested to hear your guys.
But anyway, you would not care about Mike Vrabel if you didn't play the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
That's so not true. This story is
well, the
huge.
draft is official.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Anyway, yeah, Fernando Mendoza.
I think Fernando Mendoza is the pick that you have to make here. Although I think Fernando Mendoza is a pick that has the potential to get a GM fired in the future. I think he might not be as good as.
Come on, if Fernando Mendoza is a bust, then you cannot hold that against anyone in the Raiders organization because this was the most obvious first overall pick. Maybe in the last 10 years.
Yeah, maybe not GM,
more.
Maybe not GM fired, but he could be a bust, I think. I think he lived life he was great, but I do think that Indiana team was a little bit living life on easy mode, and I think in another year I don't know, college quarterback play hasn't been outstanding, I feel like, the past few years.
I mean, I said it before the show. I wasn't 100% sure that Fernando Mendoza would be able to translate in the NFL, but it's not like they're asking him to play on day one. Like, the Raiders are in a situation now. They have Kirk Cousins.
That's what I was going to say.
He's
going to
play, and Mendoza's going to learn
who's
from him.
Start.
Kirk Cousins will start.
Because Kubiak mentioned that he wants Mendoza to learn behind him.
Yeah. Honestly, Mendoza
When's the last time that a first overall pick quarterback wasn't a starter on day one?
That's a great question, Joe.
Now I got to pull up the last 50.
Was Bradford first
saying it would
overall?
be the wrong
no
choice.
way. Did they send? I think
was Bradford first overall?
Was he? I don't know.
Yes.
I don't think Bradford
By the way,
started.
I still have the stream pulled up. ESPN sent a reporter to Mendoza's house to interview him because he stayed at home in Miami with his mom for the draft. But shout out to ESPN for accommodating their first overall pick.
Oh, it was Alex Smith in 2005 with the 49ers.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
All right. Well, before this second, the Jets are on the clock, so we should probably talk about this. David Bailey or Arvell Reese? You said Reese earlier, right?
Yeah.
I feel like you kind of have to. No.
I don't think they're going to.
I think they're going to pick David Bailey.
I think they're going Bailey. I think they should go Reese, and I would be very happy.
Reese is the best available player on the board. Period.
The Cardinals are sitting at 3, but if I was anyone else, I'd be licking my chops if they passed on Arvell Reese.
The Cardinals need unless they're trying to ride with Jacoby Brissett for the foreseeable future, they're not going to go quarterback. They need offensive linemen more.
Yeah, I think
they should wait and go quarterback next year.
Yeah, I think if the Cardinals were actually serious about rebuilding, they would go Francis Magoya. Like I think they would go O tackle. I think I think you just have to. I think in these filler years,
not bad.
Like they're not going to be in any. They're still going to get dog walked in the NFC West. Like they're still like. They need to start with a foundation.
What's the harm in taking Arvell Reese if he is, quote unquote, not quite as NFL ready as Bailey?
Well, I think honestly, if they were going to draft,
he's more of a project.
If they're going to pick a tackle, they should trade down. I think
it's in, guys.
It's in.
Yeah.
That was quick.
We'll have audio in a second, but the Jets clearly knew what they were doing. They left 3.5 minutes on the clock.
Can you imagine if they just like took Jeremiah Love, like stole Jeremiah Love?
Whoa,
There's no way they do. They have Brees back.
Why?
No, but I think Brees is gone anyway. I think Brees is gone.
Him.
Yeah, but I think I
paid him.
Is he on the did they just pay him?
They paid him.
Yeah, but Brees has been in the conversations though about like.
Yeah, he's been in the conversations.
Well, there's trade conversation about every player on the Jets every season because they wind up terrible by week 8.
I think Brees Hall doesn't want to be there from what it sounds like.
Well, he didn't until he got paid.
Yeah, you get paid.
And once you get that kind of money as a running back, you're like, maybe the Jets aren't too bad.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. The Jets did well though this season.
They re-signed. They paid him for. Did they re-sign?
Hold on.
No, I mean in moves. I mean in moves. I was referring to the Sauce Gardner trade.
The Jets did well this season.
I was referring to the Sauce Gardner trade. I mean that was a fleece of the Colts.
Yeah, because they couldn't do anything with it.
Yeah,
damn. Like a game after Sauce got there, Daniel Jones goes down, and then their season
goes through.
And then Sauce went down shortly afterwards.
Colts are screwed, man. No first-round pick.
Let me see. Wait, if I'm reading this right, I don't know if Sport Track is going to be necessarily right, but it seems like Brees Hall is on a 1-year.
He got paid though.
He got paid $14.2 million.
They paid
but it's for a 1 year.
They paid it. Wait, no, that's like Kenneth Walker money.
Brees Hall is good.
Yeah, but he's not.
Please take the Seahawks glasses off now before I actually lose my mind.
Well, that's crazy because Kenneth Walker's a Chiefs player. 14.2
and he was on your team last year.
Yeah, 14.2 is a lot for a running back, guys. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot, but I mean they're not paying anybody else anymore.
How else are you getting Brees to stay in New York?
Dude,
A-Rod's been gone.
It's Brees.
Oh, there it is.
With the second
it's Brees. Like he's not like a high-value fantasy target every year.
The New York Jets select David Bailey, linebacker, Texas Tech.
Yep.
That makes things interesting.
Yes, it does.
That makes it. We're already rolling here.
I'm not shocked by that pick. I would have gone Arvell if I was them.
Dude, I can't.
But I'm not
I
shocked
can't wait for the Jets fans' reaction videos to come out
Definitely
tomorrow.
They'll
be out later tonight
from the Jets fans in Pittsburgh. Boos and cheers.
Yeah,
I mean, he's a good
some are
player.
gonna be happy about it.
He's a good player.
He is a good player.
That sounds about right. It was pretty half and half, even with like betting going into the second pick. It was like flipping all week between.
I think some Jets fans, you could maybe look at this and say it's a sign that the Jets are going more conservative and just like actually trying to like build
I think Bailey has a higher floor.
Yeah, trying to build a little bit of a foundation. Also, I just want to touch on Brees Hall is currently the 5th highest paid running back in the NFL. He's not a top 5 running back. He should not be a top 5 highest paid.
Okay, but that's just how the NFL like market works. Like
no, he won't be next year.
Coming from the guy who said Sauce Gardner shouldn't be the highest paid corner.
He shouldn't be the highest paid corner in the NFL.
No, PS2 should. I agree with that. But the way it
Sauce
works,
Gardner's not a top 3 corner.
The way it works is once your contract's up, if you're towards the top in terms of your position group, you're going to reset the market. And then the next guy's going to reset the market.
Yeah, of course.
And then the next guy's going to
reset the market.
That's
why you sign guys even before their last year their contract ends to like a lot of – because it makes a lot of sense. I think that's a safe pick, honestly. Cardinals now have a decision to make.
If I'm the Cardinals, I'm going Arvell Reese.
If they don't, though –
or I'm trading down.
If they don't, though, I feel like the Titans, Arvell Reese versus Jeremiah Love is interesting.
It's Love.
Again, though, Titans are another team that I haven't been tapped in with their free agency. If they don't get more offensive linemen, they're also cooked. Like, because Cam Ward, I think I really like Cam Ward. But he needs blocking in front of him. So
he does, but Jeremiah.
This could still be Maui Goa though.
Yeah,
it could.
It could be.
I'm placing my bet on Arvell Reese right here with the Cardinals.
Somebody to protect Jacoby Brissett.
Say that one more time.
They need someone to protect Jacoby Brissett.
If it's not Maui Goa, then Maui Goa probably drops like a lot because I don't see him going to the Titans. I don't see him going to the Giants. I don't see him going to the Browns. I don't see him going to the Commanders.
We said it before. There's too much defensive talent in this draft for teams to be like leaning offense this early.
Yeah.
Like the defensive high-end players will be coming off the board
quickly
first before most offensive players. That's why I was saying before that Giants could luck into Carnell Tate at 10. If defensive players just happen to go off the board for the first 9 and the Browns somehow don't pick Tate, could wind up a Giant.
I just hope Jeremiah Love's not subject to MetLife turf.
True. I mean, that's anybody. You wish they don't have to play on that turf. I've been asking for grass for years.
If he goes to the Giants, he's genuinely just going to get Saquon treatment.
They're never going to get grass, though, because it would be impossible to maintain with how long and weird the winter is.
Yeah, at this point, it is kind of a doom and gloom around it, because I just think that, see, this is the thing with the Giants is if they get this draft right, I think they'll honestly probably be in contention for the East.
Well, what's getting it right? I just think defensive players,
or
just in general,
or just like
across all the rounds?
Let's just say they get it right. I think they can
for the NFC.
Yeah, I think they're a good team. My issue is
trying to put all bias aside. I don't think so either.
If the Eagles take another step backwards, which is possible,
also,
the Cowboys should be better. Next year, significantly.
Well, if we hit on these
but I think it'll be fun. It'll be fun next year. Giants and Cowboys, with Jackson Dart a full season under his belt, and if the Giants pick up another talented wide receiver in this draft at some point, I hope he does. I really do.
Let's get a baseball coach.
But I just think,
and maybe what if they start using? I mean, they did. They took a fullback from off of the Ravens depth chart in the offseason to go with Cam Scadaboo. But if they use Scadaboo as a sort of fullback,
you don't need a fullback with
Scadaboo.
Okay, here's my thing with the lineman in the first round is that I think this is my thing with the Giants is I think in the NFL you can't be building a team and drafting to make the playoffs. I think you should be building a team to win a championship. And besides the Bengals in 2020, out of the last 10 years,
what?
Sorry.
I was looking at the
to
wrong
win
side.
a championship. You have to make the playoffs.
No, but I'm saying you should be building a team that's designed to build a championship. I think players like Jackson Dart are honestly kind of like dynasty starts after you players, but that's another conversation. I'm just saying with O-line trying to win a championship, the last 10 Super Bowl, the last 9 out of the last 10 Super Bowl winners had top 10 O-lines, and out of those
Super Bowl, and suddenly it's a dynasty.
And out of those 7 of those last 9 players or teams had top 5 O-lines. So say what you about quarterback. Quarterback now. Say what you about running back.
O-line is a board.
O-line
that's
might
a
be.
fact.
I think O-line is I would dare say O-line is probably the most important thing when it comes to actually building contending teams. And in the playoffs, NFC is so I don't know. I think it's.
I'm gonna lose it, dude.
What? I don't think you should be building teams. You could be bad or be a contender in the NFL. That's how you should be building.
You could have the best offensive line on the planet. If your quarterback is Justin Fields, you will lose.
Nope.
Quarterback is easily the most. Are you out of your mind? No. What?
No.
Please let the next pick be in. Please let the next pick be in, dude. It's in. It's in. The Cardinals pick is in. Just announce it, please.
I will say the Cardinals took 7 minutes off the board.
Would you rather have Tom Brady with the worst O-line in the league or the best O-line in the league with Justin Fields?
Tom Brady.
No. Yeah, Tom Brady with the worst O-line. Wait, which Tom Brady? Which Tom Brady? Old Buccaneers Tom Brady or young straight?
Choose your Tom Brady.
Okay, rookie Tom Brady. Easy money.
Any Tom Brady.
No shot. You don't get passes off, dude.
What? He wouldn't need to. You just run away.
Tom Brady.
Brady with the Chargers O-line from last year.
Yeah, doesn't
better than the best O-line with Justin
Fields.
Fields.
O-line from last year doesn't make it out of the first round.
I don't think you quite realize how bad Justin Fields is at doing anything other than running the football from inside the 20.
Throw checkdowns with time.
Give me Arvell Reese.
With the third pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Jeremiah Love, running back,
Whoa.
Notre Dame.
Uh-oh.
Wow. Wow.
The Titans just got fleeced.
Now they're going Carnell now.
Oh, yeah.
They're taking Tate.
You know what? They might do that. Or this might be the offensive line
I think that's
pick
such a horrible
to protect Cam Ward.
I think that's such a horrible
He
pick
definitely
for
needs
the Cardinals.
I think so too.
That's a really bad pick. What's he gonna do? What is he gonna change about that team realistically? Besides
hand the ball off.
No, but they're still probably gonna get swept by.
They're still
gonna
40 times.
They're still probably gonna get swept by the division.
Running back low key should be one of the last positions you add to be a contending
yes,
team.
he should. And they're just, dude. I think that's a horrible.
And a running back
pick.
at 4.
No.
I mean, we were talking about maybe, 3. We were talking about maybe at 4, but a running back at 3.
Get ready to learn NFC West, buddy. I can't wait.
Oh,
Cardinals
boy.
Cardinals still gonna get swept in the division. Like no joke. That doesn't upgrade their team really at all.
It definitely upgrades the team.
Well, yeah, but they still have no O-line and Jacoby Brissett, so you're not exactly like a. I
know
mean,
what?
It'll help Jacoby Brissett establish a play action a little bit, but like, dude, you're helping Jacoby Brissett.
He's a great pass catching back.
Yeah, and they got Wilson going deep, but that's it. You know.
I mean, they have James Conner in the backfield already, but he played 3 games last year, so he spent like most of the year injured.
Big injury.
He's usually like in the past, he's been a really solid guy. He had 1,000-yard rushing seasons in 23 and 24. And then had the injury year in 25. So James Conner was definitely like kind of ascending to be one of the better running backs in the league.
They also have the best. They also have the
With
best.
that
tight
being
end
said,
in the
I
league.
still think Jeremiah Love becomes RB1 on this roster.
Well, yeah,
absolutely.
You don't draft him at 3, but also they have the best tight end in the league. I kind of thought Trey McBride might be gone just because, again, if they're rebuilding, like
there's no way you would trade Trey.
Well,
McBride.
you could get a lot. You get a lot for him, and if you are truly
Jeremiah Love
rebuilding,
looks surprisingly happy that he's an Arizona Cardinal.
Well, it's either that or a Titan.
I feel bad for him. It's
all right.
feel bad. That's also a MetLife turf-like stadium. State Farm is really bad turf. Also, some of, if not the worst ownerships in the league. They're notoriously last on like all free agency. To me, do you know what this pick reads like? And I don't cast any bias.
What?
This reads like a pick of a team that attendance fell off a cliff, and no one, and even their own fans are kind of tired of the team. This reads like a get butts in seats pick, which I guess I can't knock, but that's what it comes up. That's what it comes across as to me.
The thing is just if he can still contribute in, or how much he can contribute in like 4 or 5 years, whenever the team would be built to possibly contend.
Brendan, I just wanted to get into the Titans pick really quick, the one coming up. I wanted to hear you guys talk about this, but I don't like the Tate pick because I feel like they're going like, oh, the superstar wide receiver of the draft, when really I don't think he's uniquely that great of a player. I think Tyson's really good from Arizona State. Do you guys think they can maybe go for a maybe more mature pick here? Like we said, maybe helping out Ward, protecting Ward, or on the defensive side of the ball? I just feel like there's a more mature option at that pick right now, aside from Tate, who I think isn't that great of a football player.
I think they're gonna.
First off, welcome, Chris.
Yeah,
Bruno.
I think
Great to be here. Y'all look handsome as hell.
I think
Thank
they
you.
go. Thank you. I think they go Sonny Styles and put the Giants in a really tough place for.
I can see that. I don't.
And put the Giants in a really
perspective.
I don't hate it. And what are the Giants gonna do then? Because that's bad.
What are they gonna do? They're gonna go down.
Titans are already in.
They're gonna go downs if they don't get Styles. I could see them. Well, I was gonna say I could see them trading back. Here
I love
option.
Downs, and I think he's one of the best players in the draft. But is it crazy if I say he's a reach at 5?
Yes. He's probably the best prospect in the draft. I could have seen him take out positional value. He would have gone 1-1, 1-2, because Mendoza. But
I had to cross-check Griffin's point on the Cardinals. They actually were the 21st ranked team in total attendance last year.
Yeah.
So he's not completely out of the ballpark there with this being like a come to Cardinals games and see Jeremiah Love. Like I can already see the promos, like Jeremiah Love and the Arizona Cardinals.
Loves
they're
Arizona.
going straight to him first. Maybe
the number 1 Arizona Cardinals Twitter account is currently stationed in the Strait of Hormuz right now, which is hilarious. So that's real too. That's real. He posted. He's like, I don't know how long he'll be on here. So
Marv,
thank you for your service.
Marv and Jeremiah Love are going to be 2 guys who bring a lot of heads into the stadium just to see how talented they are.
Mm-hmm. And then next year,
it does seem to be less about winning.
I think they should go get a quarterback next year.
Yeah, they should tank like crazy this
year. Go get one of the top quarterbacks. It's
actually,
quarterback heavy next year.
their division also is really tough, and it's going to be tough again this year. The Rams are going to be
Best
back. The
division in
Niners
football.
are going to be
lose those
healthy,
games.
and the Seahawks are defending Super Bowl champions.
Niners
so,
are old though. The Niners are beatable. I stand by that.
I mean, they were beatable last year because they were really banged up.
Yeah, but they're old.
They went how far just on the back of Christian McCaffrey?
Yeah, like imagine a full healthy season for Christian McCaffrey and everybody else
Also,
who's on that team.
And if they get a receiver,
Imagine if Mac
I think
Jones wasn't
Shanahan-
playing the
I think-
games in the middle of the season.
I think teams are starting to figure out Shanahan a little bit.
completely
A little
disagree.
bit.
I completely disagree.
Dude, he had a horrible end of the season. I think not saying the whole NFL. I think NFC teams have starting to figure him out. NFC West teams are starting to figure him out.
Because what are his options?
I wouldn't
out
be
there?
surprised
It's
if
Christian McCaffrey or Christian McCaffrey.
I wouldn't be surprised if
Kittle was hurt. They have no
Cardinals guys-
receivers.
guys, he's walking up to the thing.
This is big.
With the 4th pick in the 2026 NFL
I
Draft,
gotta hide the stream.
the Tennessee Titans select Carnell Tate,
Called
wide
it.
receiver, Ohio State.
Don't like that pick. Called it. I love that. Pick for
That's
them.
fine
They
because
need
again,
one.
like we were saying at the top of the show, they can get they can get linemen later on in the draft if they really need it. Like what they truly needed was somebody for Cam Ward to throw the ball to. Because I mean,
Yeah, but he can't. What if he again? Carnell Tate can do all he wants downfield, shake as many corners as he wants. But if Cam Ward doesn't have time to find him, it doesn't really matter. And Cam Ward can create a lot of separation, which is good. I just think
and he wasn't holding the ball forever. I mean, he was at times maybe trying to do too much with it last
Yeah,
year, but there were definitely full drives where he was getting the ball out really quick, and there was 100% something there. And I think Ward has that full year under his belt.
Yeah, I think he's one of the most I think he's really underrated still too. I think
He understands the offense a little bit better now.
so. Yeah. Okay. So Giants should go Sonny Style. Are we all in agreement on that?
Sonny Styles?
Yeah.
No.
Giants should go Sonny
No.
Style.
And I'll tell you why. The Giants don't need more linebackers. They're getting Micah McFadden back this year after an injury last year. They just added Tremaine Edmonds, who had 4 interceptions last season, and Darius Muasau is still here, and they're expecting him to take a step forward.
Then you go Downs, and then what?
Yes.
You go Downs, and then
Yes.
probably Tyson.
This is crazy because
Absolutely,
Reese
Caleb Downs.
Reese is still on the board. To me, he's the number one.
Oh, yeah, go
prospect
with
left
it.
on the
Arvell
board,
Reese is
but
still on the board.
Is that really a
Giants
issue
track
No,
of need?
the Giants
at
have
all?
they have Burns and Kayvon
I mean, that's
Thibodeau.
also
and they
their
did
track
lose
record.
Dexter
All you've been
Lawrence, so it'd be
doing
nice to
is
have
building
another
your
edge
D-line.
rusher, but they've been building D-line for a while. I think
Yeah.
That'd
they've
be
got
harder.
they have to address the secondary. There's no way you can't. The secondary was getting exposed
that's
week
where-
after week after week last season.
Well, then
With
if you're the
Deontay
Browns,
Banks had a
Maybe
bad year
Caleb
last year.
Downs?
yeah.
It has to be Downs.
If you're the
For me,
Brown-
it has to be Caleb Downs.
If you're the Browns, then if the Giants go Caleb Downs, do the Browns go Arvell Reese? Probably not.
That
and
would be
they
a crazy
and
duo.
they
You
also
can't
don't need,
you can't put 3 edge rushers
and they
on the
don't
field
need
at the same time.
Yeah, and they don't need
right?
Sonny Styles either.
You could,
They
but
have-
it would
I
be
mean, you could
terrible.
put Sonny Styles next
They
to
did.
Swisinger, and
Yeah,
that'd
they
be
did
really
just get
good.
Swisinger.
Unless Brian Burns. Well,
They
that's
could
the
go
thing.
tackle. I
But
mean,
again,
they could go.
But the things with the Browns
the
is
Miami kid.
thing with the Browns is the Browns are really good at defense already, and the whole thing is that they just have the worst weapons in the league on offense.
Yeah, or
and
even
a
they could
mediocre.
go like a Jordan
Oh,
Tyson.
pick is in.
Also, where we're at with the Giants,
Not locking up yet.
with the Giants having the 5 and the 10, there's only going to be 4 picks between when they pick
Yeah.
next.
I think Giants. Are
It's
in a great
entirely
spot.
possible if they take Downs or Reese that Styles could still be there.
I think
Yeah,
we
certainly
see.
could be.
I think we see a trade.
So I think you
in
pass
the
on Reese.
6 to 10.
I think you pass on Reese here.
I
and
agree.
if he'll certainly be off the board
Would you
by 10.
rather see them take?
If they take Reese now and Styles is still on the board, then you're stuck with 2 edge rushers. If you take Downs and then wait for one of them
Yeah,
at 10,
it's
it's
tough
a better
to let
it's a better draft.
Arvell Reese go 6 or below.
It is.
But that's honestly, that might be of all the position groups besides quarterback, their lowest need.
Yeah, 100%.
Which is pretty
For
crazy to think
this
about.
one, it's more about the
What if they-
position.
Also,
What
if
if
you're
they
the
went
Browns,
receiver?
yeah, if you're the Browns, I know he said he's staying this year, but there still has been and will always be conversations about Myles Garrett potentially
That's true.
getting traded. So it's do you go with Arvell Reese? Because you're
Yeah.
what
At
Oh
that point,
man,
at
wait,
6,
but we were
that's pretty
talking about
crazy.
Carnell Tate though this whole time. And the Browns maybe getting to scoop him, but now he's gone.
Oh,
so-
also, by the way,
Jordan
great
Tyson, I think. could be
great
an
start to the
option.
draft for
I think Omar Cooper Jr.'s
Jack's-
got to be.
Yeah.
It's got to be up there. I
No,
know
he-
Jordan Tyson's good, but Omar Cooper Jr.
I think
is
Lemon's better
really,
than
really
Omar
talented.
Cooper. Also, great start to the draft for Jack Warner's agency.
Oh,
Yeah,
true.
Managing Bailey and Jeremiah
wow.
Love. Those are some good bonuses.
That's really big.
Agency.
Yeah.
The agency which Jack Warner.
Those are some
owns.
good. Those are some good bonuses. So good.
Big time commish.
It's big. I wonder if that money falls down to him.
Company retreat, more like. That's my guess.
Company retreat.
Oh boy. I think they may have just cut to an ad break, so the Giants
little
pick
ad
might
break.
come during an ad. Maybe.
That could be a good thing.
I don't
though.
think
mean,
that. No, they won't do that in the
notoriously,
first round,
they
right?
won't. They would never do that in the first round.
No,
But
at least not in the NFL. Where was Jokic's pick? in
that
the
was like
NBA?
that was
Isn't
second
like
round.
third round.
51.
No, there's only two. It was
Yeah.
late second round.
Oh, okay. So
51
that's
or
why there was a
something like
Taco
that.
Bell
Little
ad, but
Taco
that's still one
Bell.
of my favorite
Also-
like any sport draft
also-
Yeah.
clips.
Also, NBA draft is different because I was saying like the thing I love about the NFL draft is all these first round guys are guys that can come on and have an instant impact. Where like even honestly like after like 12 in the NBA draft, maybe like
it depends,
15,
like
these guys are really, some of them are just like not gonna change much like at all. And
Yeah.
second round is kind of a wash. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
NBA.
NFL is just so big. There's always a place of need.
Yeah, and these guys are, I think, a lot more ready. The guys that are like first rounders are a lot more ready
A lot
to
more
go.
upside swings in the NBA, I think, than the NFL and
Yeah.
an early round
Yeah.
NFL draft.
Well, again, I hate to. Well, this is even first round. I hate to bring back the Seahawks, but like you can see how a second round pick becomes a focal point in a Super Bowl winning team.
For
you
sure.
know, you know what I'm saying? Like off rip. So it is interesting. And you think of
Oh, wait a minute. Where were the Browns picking originally?
they're picking 6. Did they
They traded with the Chiefs.
just
the
now?
ninth.
Yeah,
They
they're down to
traded for
9 now, and the
9.
Chiefs are up at 6.
Oh, I think the Chiefs want Arvell Reese
Whoa, that's a
Then-
problem.
because they
That
were
would
gonna.
be
now
I-
the
an
Giants
issue.
might be
They could take
now.
because I had
Bane.
the Chiefs. I had the Chiefs taking Reuben Bain at the 9. I think the Chiefs
Ooh,
want
That's
Arvell
actually
Reese, which means
problematic.
which means the Giants are probably taking either Sonny Styles or Caleb Downs because I'm sure the Chiefs probably asked like.
If
Right.
if the Giants front office is even remotely thinking about taking Sonny Styles, it has to be Arvell Reese instead. Like that there's no question about that at all. For
Yeah,
me,
the
at
Chiefs. That could be. If you're a Chiefs fan, you come to the draft in at
especially
9.
because the Chiefs just did that. So now the pick. I think the pick has been in for like a few minutes now, and I'm not sure the
Yeah,
trade
it's been-
happened before.
I
or
bet the
after.
Browns are going to take Jordan
But
Tyson.
the Chiefs
bet
have
the-
to know what the Giants are doing here to be confident to make that trade.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I also think that probably indicates to me at least that the Browns probably looking to take like Jordan Tyson at 9th because they probably. I bet
Okay,
Carnell
yeah,
Tate
you
was
can
their
move down and
pick.
still get him.
Yeah, I bet
Yeah,
Carnell Tate
100%.
was their pick. So now you're the Giants and you think maybe not Tyson. So again,
The reported terms of the trade by Schefter: Chiefs get the number 6, Browns slide down to 9. They also get 74 and 148.
that's a good pick. I think that's a
a
good
great
trade.
trade for the Browns.
I think that's a great trade for the Browns. They traded down last year too, and
I think it
worked
makes
out.
sense for both sides.
Yeah.
If the Chiefs have a guy, like if they have Reese as a guy
Mhm.
that they really, really wanted, top 2 guy on their board, and he's still available at 6, absolutely.
Yeah, but then now that makes an interesting thing. If you say they go Tyson, Giants now maybe end up with Caleb Downs and then like Reuben Bain, unless they pick
If you
Makai
wanted
Lemon.
Another.
Then
if
they
you
pick
wanted
Makai-
another edge rusher.
Then
yeah.
they pick Makai Lemon, which could be interesting. I would love to see honestly the Giants go Caleb Down and then Mansur Delane. Personally, I think that would solve a lot of their issues.
I think
Interesting.
Goodell is about to take the podium. Oh, who is he bringing out? What is this?
Oh, we have a guest selection.
He's got 3. Who are these people?
Let's see. Nice some booze.
In partnership with the Tragedy Assistance Program for Survivors,
Oh,
TAPS, one of the NFL's Salute to Service partners, we are honored to recognize the surviving family of United States Army Major Paul C. Volke.
all right. Shout out for that.
Yeah,
Thank you,
Major
Roger.
Volke sustained tragic, fatal injuries while deployed in Afghanistan. He is survived by his spouse, Tracy, and their 2 sons, Andrew and Benjamin. Major Volke was raised in the Hudson Valley and was a lifelong fan of the New York Giants,
that's
a
nice.
tradition he proudly passed on to his sons.
Oh, they're gonna announce the
Volke
pick.
family,
Yeah, that's rare to
Take it
have a
away.
guest. I feel like in the top 5.
Yeah.
With the 5th overall pick of the 2026 NFL Draft, the New York Football Giants select Arvell Reese, linebacker from the Ohio State University.
Wow.
That's a bad pick.
I don't know.
Oh, no. Wait, the Chiefs might have been trading up for Caleb. The Chiefs need secondary badly. I think the Chiefs get
for him to get down.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs get Caleb Downs because the Chiefs need secondary like more than any other team.
Wow.
The Chiefs need a secondary.
So that I guess the Browns would have gone Downs.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe, or maybe the Browns. No, or maybe the Browns maybe never would have gone Downs and maybe didn't need to tell the Chiefs that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a
But you notice how, like, what I said from the start of the show is now, like, paying off. Last year, I was super excited about Abdul Carter for days before the draft, and then when the Giants drafted, they got Abdul Carter, and that was a really cathartic moment for me.
Cathartic.
This feels out of left field.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been trying to say, don't draft Arvell Reese this whole time.
You could,
and
argue,
here we are,
dude. I think
his player comp Abdul Carter.
Yeah,
dude. Like this is maybe an issue.
Also, D-line, they need secondary. Like this. I think dude, potentially a Arvell Reese, Mekhi Lemon is like doomsday scenario for the New York Giants. Like
he's listed as a linebacker. I know his
that would be a
big
crazy
thing is pass rush, but I think you have Thibodeau for the pass rush. You have Abdul Carter for the pass rush. You have Brian Burns, who is arguably, I would say he's better on the pass rush than he is on playing pass defense.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do? Rush 4 edge rushers and just play no D tackles? Dexter Lawrence is gone.
Yeah. Can we agree that Downs was the pick there? But also, I feel like if you're going to take Arvell Reese, Sonny Styles might have been a better pick there. I feel like maybe you could have, if you weren't going to take Caleb Downs, and you knew that the Chiefs were I feel like there might have been a trade down scenario here for the New York Giants. Also, I don't know how to feel about that.
Curious to see, you never know what the Giants' intel might be. Okay, I think the Chiefs are trading, then clearly there's one guy they're going after. You might know who that guy is. The Browns are trading down. There might be one guy that they think they can definitely get at that spot. Then you have to guess about 8.
Yeah,
and then you're on the clock at 10. So maybe the
Saints are a mystery to me. I think they might.
That's true.
I think they might go
receiver.
But the Saints, a lot of his injury prone. But Saints kind of need O-line, and I think the Saints also they have Cameron Jordan, but I feel like the Saints could also use.
They could kind of
use edge rusher help. Yeah.
My best guess here has to be that the Giants use Brian Burns as an all-time pass defender. And
that's
just
crazy.
rush Carter,
has to be the most predictable
rush
pick
Abdul
so
Carter,
Which one?
Kayvon Thibodeau.
There's usually a lot of predictable picks in that top 7.
You think the Reese trade is? Chris, you say you think the Reese trade is the most?
There is
no. I'm saying Downs here.
Oh yeah,
with the Chiefs, obviously them trading up. It's so obvious.
Yeah, they
here.
need secondary.
When you usually know most of the picks in the top 7.
Yeah.
This is the first one we've really known since Mendoza.
Yeah.
Maybe Delane though. But I think secondary makes the most sense by far.
Mansour would be a reach though.
And they're just a good enough organization where a player like this is this good, they just won't leave on the board.
It would be pretty crazy if they took Delane because they traded so much to get him, and he's a guy that I would
be there at 9.
I don't think the Saints are going
to
take him.
No, I think the Cowboys could get Mansour. I think the Cowboys could get Mansour potentially.
Cowboys definitely could.
If you're the Giants now, I think you take Mansour.
At this point, for the Cowboys, Sonny is on the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I could see the Commanders taking Jordan Tyson.
I want to be excited about this, but this feels more like a mistake.
Yeah, I think it's
just the Giants.
I don't know how to square this.
Do you know what I'm thinking about now?
What, are they going to trade somebody?
Joe, my team's been looking for an edge rusher. We'll take one of those guys. Want to ship one of those
Let's
out?
Not get too
well, I mean,
excited,
it's the edge rusher market. Are Burns or one of those guys on their way now?
I mean,
these are all picks from this year.
I mean, it couldn't be a guy you just drafted in Reese.
The Chiefs. Wait, how many draft picks did the Chiefs have going in this year? I think they had 9.
Well, they got some. They also got some from the Rams.
They just traded 2 picks this year, in addition to the pick that
they had
swapped with the Browns.
They do also have a late first this year.
Is that was one of the Rams second rounders for what's his name, the corner? Because I know the Rams kind of overpaid for him. They gave him a lot of picks.
I think that they just traded a 3rd and a 5th.
pretty.
74
Oh my
and
God,
148.
dude! The Giants had the 3rd overall pick last year.
You
They
know,
drafted an edge rusher. They had the 5th overall
you
pick.
talk
this year. They
about
drafted
picks
an
that
edge
make-
rusher.
Ooh.
This is my last pick, by the way.
With the 6th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Mansour Delane.
Oh, they traded
Defensive
that
back.
much?
They could have gotten
LSU.
that their
They
pick.
probably could. I mean, they must have had intel.
Oh,
then
this
that
draft
somebody
is
was
off
gonna
the
take him.
rails,
This
dude.
draft is way more chaotic than most.
Oh,
drafts.
I think the Commanders go Caleb Downs, which is what I had in my mock, Joe. Commanders go Caleb Downs. Why wouldn't you? He's the best player on the board, and they need secondary help.
No, I mean, it does make sense.
It makes a lot of sense. This will be my last pick. Wow. I'm gonna, before I go and sign off, my winners of the draft so far, Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, I mean, they traded.
Yeah, Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, I would say absolutely
And-
because
yeah.
whatever they were looking for, clearly they felt like they had at 9. Then you pick up 2 more picks that can be valuable. I mean, 3rd. and 5th,
Washington's
like,
already in. They knew
absolutely.
immediately.
Okay,
so
then I'll wait
Washington
for
knew what
Washington.
It's doing.
I'll wait for Washington unless they go to commercial.
Is this receiver? Is this?
I think this
some
is. I think this is
styles?
Downs.
Is this Caleb Downs?
I think this is Downs.
What on earth? This whole thing has just been flipped on its head now.
Dude, if the Browns can get Caleb Downs, because they also can get a wide receiver with their late first round pick, like the Brown.
I'm a little bit scared that the Giants are going to take Jordan Tyson at 10 if he's there, unless we said the Browns are going to probably get him. In that case, it might be fine. I think Omar Cooper or Casey Concepcion would be fun.
Yeah. Also,
Somebody who isn't necessarily a wide receiver one who can just space it a little bit better. The Giants need what they were looking for out of Jalen Hyatt and never got.
yeah, I'm gonna. If Brendan, you can hear me, find the glass. If I was Brendan, I'd be kind of excited. This first round is shaking out like, honestly, like there's gonna be someone that I doubt the Cowboys thought would be available with the 12th overall pick.
The New Orleans pick to me is the most fascinating.
Yeah.
It feels like they have to.
Chris, it's the other mic, Chris.
Chris
Chris is the other mic.
You got it. He's got it. You got it. You got the
Sorry,
screen.
wrong mic. That's on me.
It's all good,
I was looking into the eyes of Joe Henry and I got lost.
It happens all the
The
time.
New Orleans pick is the most fascinating to me just because it feels like they have to be mature here. They have to have, quote unquote, an adult in the room. It can't be like a Madden sort of pick here. They have to go O-lineman, something
But
in the light of maturity.
That's what the Cardinals pick felt like.
I think Mayagoa would be a great.
I know.
I think Mayagoa would be a good pick
Yeah.
for the Saints. That leaves, honestly, right now, Sonny Styles is probably a Cowboy in my book.
He certainly could be, because I don't think the Giants are going to take him.
He's not going to the Dolphins. He's not going to the Browns.
And to me,
And
Styles,
I don't think he's going to the
Styles
Saints.
could
I really
easily
don't
end
see
up
any.
being like a top 3 player in the draft.
Yeah, I don't think any
think
of these guys pick. I don't think any of these teams after the Commanders pick Styles.
Wait a minute.
I agree. I don't think.
We're saying the
would either.
Commanders.
Chris is still in the wrong mic, or is he IFBing?
I have no idea.
Well,
Griffin, you
speaking
got a
of
message?
teams
I
that
think you
need, speaking of teams though that I think maybe could use another linebacker, just really get them over the hump. I mean, knowing they want to trade, is there a shot the Seahawks trade up for Sonny Styles?
They were predicting that he was going to talk
Is
about
this
the Seahawks.
is there a chance
fact
that
they're
is
losing
there
it.
I mean, it's a real possibility.
I told Griffin to do that because I just knew it would drive Tucker crazy. I'm sorry.
No, you already missed Griffin.
I mean, you
driving
never
me
know what
crazy when
McDonald's
you
gonna do,
brought
but
up
Chris even Chris knows that I know we're more of a we're more of a second and third round type of team. We're
Hey,
a
Joe,
day
the Yankees
two.
swept the Red
We're a
Sox in
day
Boston.
two team.
You know.
Tucker, is it commercial break right now? Because I'm.
No. The Commanders draft room is actually all standing right
I
now.
was gonna say they should be announcing the pick soon.
This is something. I don't think they're quite like he's not on the stage yet, but if Washington passes on Caleb Downs, the Giants might be in the green.
Yeah, I think Styles has been rumored to the Commanders as well.
All right,
So
so
that's another team that like could use
Doug
help
Greens
in
could still
second
be
level
open
and secondary.
for the New York Giants. I feel like maybe the Arvell Reese pick, if the Commanders don't pick Downs, Arvell Reese could have been like sort of a no-brainer 5 pick where it's like this guy is too high value to let him drop below
well, I
5.
think if you guys get Downs, then that flips the script completely on your
exactly.
draft. I think
Yeah,
that then
exactly.
then
Downs
it's a
would
good
be team
draft.
pick.
But it's all up to the Commanders right now, and they're in division, so they're going to try and ruin our lives.
The Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year Award, presented by Nationwide, is awarded to
All right,
one
Roger,
player
settle down.
each year and
was it, Wagner?
celebrates their profound
I'm assuming
impact
it's the
on
Commander.
and off the field.
Shout out, man!
I'm
Seahawks
joined
legend.
on stage by former winners Lynn Swan and Jerome Bettis.
Oh, okay.
Close enough.
And the league welcomed its newest member
was Bobby
to the
Wagner. Nice.
prestigious club 2 months ago.
Oh.
Super Bowl champion and 6-time All-Pro.
Where'd he win that
Bobby
Super Bowl?
Wagner.
Bang.
Way to go, Bobby.
Way to go, Bobby.
Way to go, Bobby.
Future-
On behalf of
cool
the Pitt
human
family
phrase.
and nationwide,
Future
I
fir-
encourage
future
players
first ballot.
drafted this week
Hall of Famer.
to make
Yeah.
their community
Way
and
to
the
go,
league
Bobby.
a better place.
Way to go, Bobby.
All right, tell us the pick,
Shout out
man.
Bobby,
I got to
man.
get out of here.
With the 7th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Washington Commanders select Sonny Styles,
Oh.
linebacker.
We're so
Ohio
live.
Go Styles.
We're so
Down still
live.
on the board for
It's
the Giants
down
at 10.
city at 10, please.
I've enjoyed my time. Thank you very much.
Griffin is out.
I think Caleb Downs is a Brown.
Okay.
Oh,
Ohio
Brown.
State, and I think they just maybe can't pass.
Caleb
up on that.
Browns?
Caleb Browns. Interesting.
I mean, that's the only correlation
Now-
I have for Downs going to the Browns.
Still receivers on the board for Cleveland. They wanted to go that route.
But I mean,
Obviously,
they
it's
did.
pointing
They
as well.
they traded down
question-
after Tate came off, so I feel like they may have cooled off on the wide receiver
Maybe they
situation.
were gonna
a
go
little
there.
bit. I think they
Respectfully,
were.
Tucker, respectfully, if Downs is there at pick 9, I don't imagine Jerry lets you guys get it.
I think another possible pick would be
Hello, Chris. Welcome.
Mauagoa.
Good to be here, guys. Good to see both of you. Sorry, just replacing Griffin here. Go on,
'Cause I
Joe.
think Mauagoa
Love your hat, Tug.
Thank you.
at tackle
It's a great Super Bowl.
is a guy that is probably a top 5 or 6 value in the draft, but all the teams we talked about so far are not looking for tackles. And so he's still there. And so they could have evaluated that, okay, we're at 6, he's still going to be around at 9 based on these teams' needs. And that's kind of where they lie. I wouldn't be shocked about that.
Did you see that news with Vrabel?
Oh my god.
Sorry, no, I just had to. I just got here. I
Mike
just got here.
Vrabel,
True,
the-
true.
Cam
The
Slittler
former-
just went into the 9th inning, or just finished the 8th inning
For
as
those
well.
of you
I had
watching
that,
at home,
just the
skip
other
back.
news. I need to get out there as Joe Henry glares at me.
You can
in
skip
a-
back
I had a
about
funny
30
joke
minutes
you
or
ruined
so.
it with Schlittler.
Did
Mike
you?
Vrabel, the former Patriots linebacker.
Jeff, whatever. Yeah,
No.
it's been a weird draft. I haven't been able to predict one pick outside of number 1, which
Yeah.
we've known
Yeah.
for 4 months.
I'm having a really hard time. Saints pick is in, by the way, and I'm having a really hard time trying to figure out how the Giants use Arvell Reese going forward. I've been like texting my brother this whole time, and he goes, maybe Harbaugh is looking for a Flores-esque 3-5 on defense with 5 guys on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I don't.
That's one way to stop the run game that they haven't been able to stop for 2 years.
It unfortunately felt like them trying to reinvent the wheel, which whenever the Giants do that, I feel like they're in trouble. But I don't.
Hey,
maybe
first
I'm
year of John Harbaugh, and he's trying to shake things up.
Sonny Styles
Make
going
things interesting.
7. Not only did it break Brendan Shorey's heart on the other side of the glass,
Ooh.
that's a bold choice. I mean, everyone kind of said Styles over Downs. I don't think anyone of us really believe it, but man, that is a bold move. And Brendan was he's going to delve into it now as well for a team that maybe didn't even need him. Sonny Styles, Brendan.
They kind of already have their, I guess, I don't want to call him a star, but like their main guy at linebacker and Frankie Louvu, which is why that kind of surprises me that they went and got Styles, because Louvu is not necessarily like an older guy. He's probably upper 20s if I had to guess, which is why I'm a little surprised they didn't go
Not to
Downs.
mention they have Bobby Wagner, who they brought up on the stage as they draft his effective replacement.
That is. I really think he's one more year.
I don't know if
I don't think he
actually.
has.
I
yeah.
don't think Bobby Wagner was actually on the stage. I think
gonna
it
go
was
set
the
the-
guys they
they just
announced, and he
mentioned
just mentioned.
He's
Bobby.
going to go set
It's
the
like,
all-time tackle record
way to
next
go,
year.
Bobby.
I think he needs 40 or 4. It's something divisible by 4 tackles he needs to be the all-time tackle leader next
That's
year.
a
I'm pretty
big
sure it's like
difference.
4. I'm pretty sure he only needs like one big game worth of
It's
tackles
like
to get
4
it.
or 8 or like maybe 12.
Let me look it up.
Something
But
divisible
I also,
by
when
4.
looking at the draft board going down, these picks are obviously interesting. The next 3 leading to Giants. I think the Cowboys obviously are just always interesting because they're the Cowboys, but the Ram pick at 13 might be the most interesting pick of the round to me because I don't know where they go there, and they always scare me because of how prepared and good they are at their jobs.
Hey, Chris, really quick, could you take your foot off my charger real quick?
Is that you?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Took him off
Sorry.
charge.
Sorry.
Unbelievable.
I mean, my
laptop's dead.
computer's good. I just don't want my.
Can we get comment on what I said?
What'd you say?
I gotta say it again.
Yeah.
The Ram pick,
Oh, the Ram
13,
pick.
most
Don't know what they're
interesting pick
gonna
of the
do.
round.
Interesting pick of the round. You know, it's in the
You didn't get any of
NFC
that?
West world. I mean, you
No,
know.
that wasn't. Come on.
Ah,
I just
ah.
replace the guy who does that. I don't do that. That's obvious. Oh, yeah, a top 4 team in the NFL having a top 15 pick isn't fascinating. That's my bad.
Well, the Chiefs,
on me.
The Chiefs as well.
They're a top 4 team in the NFL right now, Joe. They're a top 4 team in the NFL without their quarterback.
No, I mean the Chiefs are going to be very good within the next 2 years when Mahomes is healthy.
The Rams
and
are.
They have Walker.
Last year Stafford, big year next year.
Absolutely.
Massive.
Could they go wide receiver?
The Rams?
Yeah.
I think they might. See,
Yeah.
this is why it's
Could they go
fascinating.
Lemon?
I think they might go Tyson if he's. I don't think he'll be.
If he's available.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be.
crazy.
He has had the highest ladder jump of the. I feel like he went from definitely a first rounder for sure to this guy's a top 10 pick. It's when did that happen?
Yeah, there's always a couple of guys like that where the narrative is that casual. It'll be top 10.
It's
no,
what's his name,
we've
Keldon
dominated him
Johnson,
like that.
talking his 6th man of the year into existence over the last 2 or 3 weeks. Now he just
Yes.
won the award.
I mean, guys do
Yeah.
that. Marcus Smart did that for Depoy. It's I think it should be Depoy.
It's true.
And then he ended up getting it. If you just create a media narrative, you can make it come true.
All right, Bobby Wagner's 400 tackles away. I don't really. Maybe it was active players or something.
Maybe active
He's
players.
on the precipice of a major award.
I'd be surprised if he doesn't lead active players. Who else would? At this point.
Yeah, no, it's 1,000% him. Unless Derek Brooks, Levante David, or Ray Lewis is playing anytime next year, I think he's probably the number 1 guy.
Oh man, the Browns are definitely picking Caleb Downs.
That's the pick at 9.
I know, but they're so totally picking him, dude. I'm just looking at their safety depth chart.
Yeah,
and
I don't know if
it's
there's a conversation that's been
screaming
had
on-
Caleb Downs
I
at
don't know if
me.
you guys have said this on air. Me and Brendan both fully just agreed. We both think he's the best player in the draft.
Okay, I mean,
Best prospect. If you just lined all the guys up in a recess-like fashion and were pick one, I
He
run
would
over to
be a
him and take him.
fantastic pick. I don't know.
I
if he's
just
the
think
I like Sonny Styles
Mendoza-
a lot. I mean, obviously, it's a
as
swing.
much as we've tried to downplay Mendoza and say that there's a possibility that he busts, there's just as much
No, I'm not one of
possibility
those. I'm
as
not one of those.
Him sitting behind Cousins for however long he does,
He's him.
and then gets basically a fresh start. The Raiders effectively just rebooted their entire organization.
It's like me saying I'd rather have Ed Reed than Drew Brees. Not to compare either of them to either of them, but I think they're both really, really good players. I just prefer Ed Reed. You know what I'm saying? I think Mendoza is going to be an all-time player. Seriously, if you're on this hate train on Mendoza or you're trying to overcorrect by the hype he's got, no, not you. I'm saying in general. Then I think you're far off the mark. Especially just watch that one play of him absorbing that hit in the national championship game, diving into the end zone.
the
he's got
statue
that
play.
That is
factor.
elite. That's
he's,
elite.
He's definitely gonna be good. I don't know if I agree he's gonna be generational.
I don't know. Generational is maybe a term we throw around too much, but him and Cam Ward are
Probably.
guys that are going to have countless
Was it
Pro
that
Bowl
ridiculous
awards.
to say that Jeremiah Love is generational as a running back?
I don't think that's ridiculous.
Okay, thank
No.
you.
It's weird 'cause,
Um,
I think he's gonna be great on the Cardinals. It just doesn't make sense.
Oh,
to
it
me.
doesn't make sense at all
he
for the
could be one of those
Cardinals.
guys who
He
just
will still be
rots.
great.
I think the last 2 first overall picks will have whatever team they're on in contention to win the whole thing because strictly that of them and their presence for a decade to a decade and a half between Ward and Mendoza. They're both going to be top 10 quarterbacks for the next
Dude,
decade.
Roger Goodell
True.
is
Yeah, for
half
sure.
asleep.
Yeah, what is
Rubbing his eyes.
I know me and Brendan were just having this conversation. They don't have to overcompensate for it going too fast. They don't have to now slow it down. It's not the pace of a basketball
He's
game.
actually talking so slow.
It's like when you have one of those night classes. I don't know if this is going to relate to anybody, but
He is talking to 300,000 people at once, so I guess there's that element of
uh-oh, here we
you
go.
want to make
Circle
sure
time.
everybody hears everything you have to say, so circle time. I don't know, we'll see.
You like that?
I think Maui Noah here. Maybe Tyson.
Played Sweet Caroline.
Is that a live band
Sweet
covering
Caroline
Sweet
today is
Caroline?
hilarious with all the things going on in that city.
Yes, it's a live band, and
I
yes,
don't even know
Goodell
what
was
you're
waiting
talking
for them to play.
Wow.
With the 8th pick
Here we go.
in the 2026 NFL Draft, the
I
New
really
Orleans
should have put
Saints
my screen
select
down.
Jordan Tyson,
Wow.
Tyson.
wide receiver.
Okay.
They got
Downs
shucked somebody.
continues to slide. Caleb Downs at pick 9 is on the board.
One of those things
Wow.
where I don't
Please, Browns, please.
I don't think Tyson's
Wow.
a top 8 player in the draft, and I
No.
don't think that the Saints are in a place where they can get a wide receiver and be like, okay, that's the missing piece on offense. There's a lot of missing pieces. It just doesn't make sense to me. In that
They
situation,
went with
I feel like
Tyson over Lemon.
you go tackle, you go edge rusher. It just doesn't really make sense to me. Or maybe not edge rusher, but you have Downs. You have players to me that are Maui Noah and Downs are absolutely better prospects than Tyson. At least what the consensus is. With this offense that they have, there's no way that's the missing piece for you. There's way too much missing.
I agree. I think that quarterback they took from Louisville, good football player, that kid. Like, I actually think he's build-around worthy. He's really good at football.
To be fair,
I can't say his last name, so I won't, but...
To be fair to the
Tyler
Saints,
Shuck.
they
Shuck?
really...
Like
Yeah, just
S-H-U-C-K?
Like corn.
Okay.
Yeah, pronounced
My
Shuck.
bad, Tuck.
Yeah,
Go on,
S-H-U-C.
Tuck. Go on,
Yeah. To be fair to the Saints, Chris Olave, basically their only option at wide receiver.
It's true. You think
Everybody else on this list is
Shaheed
completely
gone, too.
pedestrian.
Yeah, it's
Shahid's
not
not
an
there
awful
anymore.
pick in terms
And
of fit.
What
Olave,
happened with Shaheed?
Oh, he got traded.
Traded to the
know.
Seahawks and then was the missing piece to a Super
Yeah, I
Bowl,
guess
right?
he
Go
just
on.
fell off.
Either way, Olave also is wide receiver 1 in New Orleans, but he has had so many brushes with concussions that, like, if he hits the back of his head
Yeah,
on the turf
jeez.
again, he might be done. Like, that might be it for his career. So I don't
Poor
really
guy.
hate going for a wide
Regardless,
receiver.
you need a wide
I'm just
receiver
not.
too.
I haven't
But
been a huge
again,
fan
it's-
of Jordan Tyson.
And now I'm fascinated. Obviously, we think this pick might be Downs, but if he falls to the Giants at 10, I mean, that is just
Holy
another
miracle.
level. That's something, if you would have told me 2 years ago, yeah, Caleb Downs will be on the board at 10 in the draft that he's in, I would have assumed he walked into the draft with a catastrophic injury or
Yeah.
something on that
or
that
just
nature.
had like the worst
Maybe he had
season
an
of his
affair with a
career.
student reporter.
I
don't know.
mean, student reporter. Student reporter.
A reporter, and he was a student, so I don't know.
I love how guilty
Figure
your
you'd
head
have
coach
to
is,
be.
and you're making him more guilty.
I think it's because the Patriots really
Mike
don't
Vrabel,
care what
the-
everybody else thinks.
The mid-2000s Patriots linebacker.
I was talking about another coach.
Wow,
you're
man.
bringing up.
Wow.
Mike
Much
Vrabel.
has been said
whoa,
about
whoa.
Michael Vrabel.
All right, wait, hold on a minute. We've already talked about this, and I want to bring up the fact that
Go on.
Jordan Tyson is in actual tears on this stage right now. This is a really
Yeah, give us a
special
little.
moment
Give
for
us
this
a little
draft.
play-by-play.
This is special, man.
Paint the picture.
I mean, it's just Jordan Tyson.
Was he wearing?
He's wearing a really muted suit. It's just black and white, black tie, very very chill. It looks to be like a jacket of some kind, not like a suit jacket, but like more of a raincoat type thing, but with a collar. So it's pretty clean. He's about to get interviewed right now, but he's got that Saints hat on, and he is like, I don't, dude. Like, the tears are streaming right now. He is so happy.
Great football
Personally,
player.
I don't know if I would be this happy about being on the New Orleans Saints right now, but
Come on, Todd.
hey,
Todd.
this is a top 10 pick in the
Todd.
NFL draft. This guy's like
Say
whole
what you
life-
will,
This
the
guy's whole life
haters-
was just made.
The haters will say what they will about the lifestyle of living in the city of New Orleans. I'm sure it's beautiful in some parts of Louisiana.
New Orleans is very.
I don't
very
know
fun.
if there's a more fun city.
New Orleans is a great city.
And also, when the Saints are good, that place is
Yeah.
When they're good, they're
loud.
awesome. But their quarterback
It's
is
gonna be
Tyler
a
Shuck.
long
He's
time.
good at
No,
football.
I think he'll be fine. But like, there's
He's-
so many pieces.
what are we
and
doing?
they're still in cap hell. Like, it's still gonna be a couple of years for them to have a shot to really compete. But that said, they are in probably the worst
Wow.
division
Dude,
in
look
football.
at this. He took a knee in the tunnel.
I'm low-key not going to tolerate the
That's
Shuck
kinda
slander,
fire.
Tucker.
Thank you,
Tyler
Brendan.
Shuck-
I
Tyler
think they have a
Shuck is
solid
good.
piece right there to build around.
And look, he need a running back. Is that courageous of me to say?
No, I don't think so.
It's not
'cause
2018 anymore.
Kamara
have
is
ETN.
running out of time.
Oh, do
They
they?
signed ETN.
Do they? That's at least them trying to solve.
They also
solve
picked
it.
someone
they
late
did.
round last year.
I meant to say, if anybody's
Ty Chandler is.
If anybody's
also on the
listening to this
Saints now.
NFL live draft show and is wondering at the end of three quarters what the score of the Nick game is, they're down 8 for the record on
Really?
the precipice of being down 2-1 in the first round. The team that I've been hearing for 8 months is going to go to the NBA Finals. Nonetheless,
Don't look at me.
no. You're on my side. I just don't want to I'm not going to make it like this. Like I'm like doing it at Tucker because he's the Nick fan. Like I you know what I'm saying. Anyway, Giant front office here has a chance to make Nick fans a lot happier, put them in a better mood. See how I'm a real pro. I can go around. So if Downs is here, first of all, I think we think Downs should go to the Giants if he's available. If he isn't available, who's the guy there?
Oh man!
And how
That's
close
a
are we,
good
Brendan? Give me
question.
seconds on your fingers.
I have been. It looks like they're panning into the stage
Maybe
right now.
Lemon, that would be kind of. I would be
Interesting.
not making a happy face.
Fade.
I'm saying fade Lemon.
I wouldn't want them to take Lemon. If
I-
I were a Giants fan, but it could be.
I have been from the last season. Maybe it's recency bias. I've been a huge fan of Omar Cooper.
Yeah.
And it might be happening right now. Yeah, it is.
Unfortunately, I think
Did
I've
you
seen it
spoil it for
already.
yourself?
Yeah.
With the ninth
Idiot.
pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Spencer Fano.
Whoa!
Tackle,
First tackle off the
Utah.
board. Not Money
Wow.
Noah.
Oh, the Browns just did a Brown. They did it. I can't
Go
believe
on,
they
Tuck.
did that.
Whoa.
You're the one who has the. You're the one who felt emotionally.
Fun.
You're the one who reacted the most.
Oh, it is. Oh my God, what a turnaround for the Giants draft. At 5
Tuck,
after that 5th
Tuck,
pick,
Tuck,
I didn't know where we were.
Tuck. Let's not get too confident,
Let's
my dog.
not.
I didn't
We're
know
not
where
out
we
of the
were.
woods
I want to
yet,
get
buddy.
Brendan, switch with me here for this Giant pick. I want to get him in studio. I'm going to man the
we
board.
Can go until 12 and get Brendan's thoughts on the Cowboys.
Yeah,
section,
yeah,
too.
yeah.
That one could be really interesting.
I didn't know where the Giants were going to go with the rest of this draft when they took Arvell Reese because they felt like they had to. That's at least what it seems like from our perspective. And with at least four edge rushers on the team now who probably cannot all be on the field at the same time if you want to play a competent defense, I was a little bit.
The 5th pick was terrible.
I was a little bit distraught after that 5th pick. I know Arvell Reese is really, really talented, but I was a little bit confused. Other Mike, Chris.
Other Mike.
He's not even
There's a giant angle to this. Biasly, I did it again. There's a giant angle to this because you have an immense hate for them, but also you're a Downs guy as well. You just talk about those two separately and maybe them colliding here.
Oh, Chris, heads up. You might have to turn on the audio here in a second. Goodell is already hitting the podium.
Whoa.
I think Downs is the best player in the draft.
I think Downs is their guy.
Period. He's not. Chris just waved it off. I think Downs.
Tuck's a little.
You're ahead of us. You're ahead of
my
us.
head back there.
Tilt that laptop
It's
down.
tilted.
Turn it
It's
off.
tilted.
Tilt it down, brother.
Here it is.
Draft.
That was
The
fast.
New York
Man.
Giants select Francis.
Yes.
Miami.
Maui Noah. They don't go Downs. Man Downs.
Come on.
Man Downs.
Come on. Come on.
Brandon is living it up. You gotta last another pick here, brother.
Dolphins at 11. Yeah.
Dolphins at 11.
Dolphins at 11. Dolphins at.
Thought they might go tackle and then two go right off the board. Infanu and Maui Noah. So now where do they go? Best available is Caleb Downs.
The Giants have had a
They're not
problem
gonna
running
go
the
best
football
available.
the last few years.
Yeah, go ahead and justify it, bro. Try and justify
The
it.
Giants have had
Try
trouble running the
it.
football the last
You
few
go
years.
ahead and try.
And they've been really only looking in free agency to try and fix the offensive line, so I can understand why they would feel the need to use a top 10 pick to go after a lineman, but respectfully,
top 5-6 guy.
respectfully, it was not the decision that needed to be made this year.
Is it crazy?
This is something that they could have waited for, and with a guy like Caleb Downs still on the board, a miracle that he was on the board at 10 for them to walk on him. Joe Shane, your days are numbered, dude. Your days are numbered. If John Harbaugh doesn't win 6 games or more in his first season, Joe Shane, you're losing your job.
Reese could be a perennial, top 5 pass rusher in the league, but
they already have too many edge rushers.
maybe the least of your needs in the entire, of every position group except for maybe quarterback. You could have had Downs.
I'd say
and
quarterback was
Maui
even
Noah.
a bigger position of
You
need
could
than
have gotten
edge.
a tackle who's guaranteed to be good. Maui Noah thought it very highly, and it slipped this far. Surprise. Or Downs, exact same thought process there. To me, that makes more sense. I mean, think about Carter already. There's a little bit of logjam even with Carter being there, and he had to play essentially out of position.
Carter,
they had him
KT,
dropping back into the
Burns.
flat.
Yeah, Burns is now effectively, I guess, an all-time pass defender.
But you can't. He's a
So
great
where
rusher.
you can't ask Kayvon Thibodeau to do it.
Remind me
But are
how
they
many
gonna
sacks
keep
Brian
Carter
Burns
back
had
there?
last
You can't
season.
ask Abdul Carter to do it, and you're gonna
He's
you're gonna
been
ask
doing it, but it
you're
just
gonna ask
feels
Arvell
like
Reese
16 and a half.
to do it. Exactly.
Now he's playing off ball.
Yep.
I mean, it makes no sense.
Wrong, Mike.
This guy's
Always just looking at you guys, so I'm sorry. The pick at hand, a lot of pressure on this kid to be good because not only is he playing for his kind of position and his standing in Giant lore or whatever, kind of playing for his boss's jobs in a lot of ways.
Do you guys see why I wasn't excited for this draft anymore? Do you see why I was
'Cause
more
the
excited
Giants
last
will
year
always
than this
giant.
year? No, last year they didn't giant. Last year they did awesome. Abdul
for the
Carter and
first time
Jackson
in
Dart
how
were
long?
great picks.
For the first time in how long?
Oh my God.
Felt like last year they might have turned the corner from a
What
draft picking
have we
perspective. This really
done?
takes your confidence away.
It's not like it's not like Zach. Oh,
Trade?
Brendan.
Trade. Cowboys traded for 11.
Whoa.
Cowboys just traded up
They
for
traded
11.
up.
Cowboys
So
traded
that
up for
tells
11.
you that the Dolphins probably are going to go Downs, and now the Cowboys are going to get it. Dolphins were thought to go
Right as Brendan said it,
corner.
they changed the graphic.
Dolphins were thought to go corner or
Got the
tackle.
ESPN
Both
notice.
the tackles
The
were
Cowboys
gone.
only made
Still
that
the
trade
corner
so
and
their
delayed.
logo could be on screen while the Giants' new draft pick is getting interviewed.
No, it was so no one
Interesting.
else could jump
Well,
us and
what
take
did you
Downs.
give up for one pick?
I don't know. The
I mean, the
ESPN
Dolphins have
notification,
been projected
all
to
it said
take
was
either a
Cowboys
tackle,
acquire number 11
corner,
pick
or
from
maybe
Dolphins.
receiver.
Yeah, all it says is that the Cowboys traded.
This
for
has to
11.
be Downs.
If it isn't, I'm leaving.
This has to be.
Actually leaving if it isn't.
What other positions could you potentially need?
Dolphins get
Corner or
12,
edge.
177, and 180.
I mean,
Or
there
linebacker.
is
Anything defense.
Ruben Bain is there,
Joe,
and Mansur Delane is there.
It's structured exactly
we can
like
get someone at
the
20 for those
it's structured
positions.
like the Chiefs and Browns trade, where it's like 2 later round
Couple late round
picks
picks.
plus the pick swap,
That's a lot.
and it's
one pick.
177 and
Is it
180
really?
overall.
Okay.
Wait, what? Remind me, what is
The
it?
Cowboys they swapped their picks in this round, plus Cowboys 177 and 180 overall.
To the Dolphins,
Yes,
Okay.
which are 2 fifth-round picks.
I think it might be a 4th and a 5th.
For
They went to commercial. We're going to have a little bit of time here. Also
Yeah.
cool, the 2 Giant picks went
Before
at each
Downs.
other in the playoff, like playing each other on each given side of the ball, which is kind of cool.
That's true.
Yeah,
That is
and now
actually pretty
they're
sick.
never gonna be. Well, I mean,
Biggest game of both guys' career, Tuck?
Now
that
the-
game they
now,
played as
now,
college
one- now one
students?
of the Giants' 4
Little did they
excellent
know.
edge rushers is going to have to be, actually maybe 2 of them at a time are going to have to be on the sideline at this point. What a nightmare. At
And
least
then-
the offensive line will be remotely better.
Tuck,
It's
you
not even the
low-key-
best
you
lineman
low-key
available.
jinxed it.
I didn't jinx it. None of this matters. They're not listening to us.
You
Clearly they're not listening to us because otherwise they would have picked Caleb Downs.
I think you might have jinxed it a little bit. You kind of just assumed.
But at what point also, like, especially if the Cowboys don't take Downs here, at what point do you speculate about some type of thing that we don't know, medical off the field, about someone like Downs? Because this
They
is
got
a
a
top
replacement
3
for
prospect.
Evan Neal.
after the second trade up with no Downs being picked, I think that's when. And this is the second trade up.
Yeah.
So I think if the Cowboys don't take him, then you start to worry.
Yeah. Then the
about-
Dolphins have a choice too, because again they were expected to go tackle.
I'm gonna
Both
have
those
to take
guys
this hoodie
suddenly
off
off
for
the
my
board.
walk home.
And
What a
then-
nightmare.
I'm wearing this jersey home proudly. Wow.
um,
Knock on wood.
and
All the
then-
things we said about Tuck's franchise apply to your franchise, Brendan. They could very easily whiff here.
I know.
To be fair, at right tackle, the Giants' depth chart reads Jermaine Illuminor, and that's it.
Shout
So
out, bro. Shout out
You
Luminor.
could keep justifying it. You're only explaining it to yourself right now. I'm not.
well, who
gonna
else am
lie.
I supposed to explain it to? I don't know why they decided to.
I don't
when
think
you
it's an
just-
awful pick, but contextually it feels awful.
Yes.
So did 5.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Both
Reese
of them
makes
feel
less sense.
bad.
Even though Reese is a fantastic prospect, I think he's gonna be really
Well,
good.
actually, I
It's
would
just
say
like,
Reese makes
there's
more
so
sense
many
than
edge
10.
rushers.
He makes so much more sense. Because at least at 5, they almost felt like they would be stupid to let Arvell Reese go. But now you pass on Caleb Downs for Francis Mauigoa. Are we dead ass?
Maui Goa is a very good tackle, and he will be a cornerstone of your offensive line.
Well, I'm
for
sure he
years.
will. And guess what? Caleb Downs would have been an all-pro safety. He would have replaced Deontay
The-
Banks,
the
who was
problem is-
terrible.
You could have got both, and Reese makes less sense, even though he's maybe the best prospect.
You could have had Downs at 5. You could have had Styles at 5. You could have had Downs at 10.
You could have had.
You
anyone
could have
you
had the
wanted.
2 dream defensive players in this draft.
That's unbelievable.
What, me saying that or the Giants?
No, that. Like what you just said. You're right, and it's unbelievable.
Yeah. Sonny with his combine and the Downs just being Downs.
It is 2/5 to the Dolphins.
Yeah. 2/5 to move up one spot to potentially get potentially get the
What
best player
percentage
in
are
this
you
draft.
going on this?
I'm not. I refuse to. I refuse to answer.
A little premature there.
Sure, it's okay. It happens.
Well, I refuse to
Brendan
answer.
got out of his
I got out of his
chair.
chair.
Dallas draft room is standing, including Jerry. Everybody is waiting
Including
patiently.
Shorey.
This is me too. This is a standing matter.
Dude, make sure your ringer's on. They might call
This
you.
is a standing matter.
With the 11th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Caleb Downs, defensive back, Ohio State.
Thank you, Jerry.
Not only did you pass on Caleb Downs for an offensive tackle, but you let him go to the Cowboys!
Caleb Downs.
Dart intercepted by Downs. Down the sideline, touchdown.
That's
Been
right.
doing that for a long time.
All we do is win, 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 no matter
This
what.
guy is a tremendous person and competitor. And I tell you what, there's
And
up,
they stay
downs,
there.
Up, downs, up, downs.
Oh my God, that is amazing. Ooh, I'm very actually. I don't want to sugarcoat it, Tucker. I'm not sorry for your loss here.
Sugarcoat it.
Yeah, I don't. Why should I? I'm not sorry for your loss. Jerry gets a lot of hate. But he did something right this time.
If John Mara lost sleep over Saquon Barkley going to the Eagles, he may die where he's standing because of this, and it's Joe Shane's fault.
Caleb Downs, you're a Cowboy. Welcome to Dallas. Welcome to Dallas. And we only had to move up one spot. Didn't give up our other first-round pick. Only give up 2 fifth-rounders, which is, like, fine for the best player in the draft.
What size
Wrong mic. Wrong mic. Other mic.
I hate myself. What color and size are we thinking for the jersey?
Ooh. He hasn't been there all long enough to
Arvell Reese before the draft was rated as the first overall player above Fernando Mendoza, like just based on like player value. They knew Fernando Mendoza would go first overall, but Arvell Reese was ranked first. And the Giants did not need that position, and they just burned their 5th overall pick on him.
Yep.
And then got picked above them out of making a smart decision at 10.
Chris, I think we're gonna go with the navy blue and a large, with Downs on the back, and pending the next pick at 20, which isn't gonna happen for a minute. Pending the next pick at 20, there might be a couple of jerseys here.
If his number is 4, that would be pretty smart, I think.
Oh.
4 Downs.
That would Thanksgiving jersey would look crazy.
The throwback,
yeah, with the
white
stars on the
pads?
We're in there like swimwear.
I don't
Can you
have that
believe-
one yet. So yeah.
What if I told you 3 hours ago? I showed you the 2 guys the Giants take, and I showed you that the Cowboys got Downs.
I would have told you to get out of here with that mock. I would have thought it was the worst mock I've seen.
Yeah, you'd be like Kuiper's lost it. Kuiper's lost his touch.
I would have said I don't know whose draft that is, but they need to stop doing mocks.
We also said that. We were like, if Jerry just wakes up here, makes a little move, shows that he's trying.
I'm shocked he didn't go up to 9, but I guess he knew something.
Also makes the whole Micah thing a little less stingy. Oh, it doesn't make it hurt as much when you're like, oh yeah, Jerry's gonna go trade up the next year and get Caleb Downs. That's not bad.
Honestly, the return we got last season didn't hurt after getting Quinnen Williams.
I know,
Mister.
He can't stop the run. Tuck, as the future boss of this station, man, I feel
right
for
now.
you because I almost feel impartial to the Giants in a lot of ways. Most of my friends, my father, everybody's Giants fans. I like them. This is just unfortunate. You would like to think me and you are both being prisoners of the moment right now, and these guys are going to be great and, have their numbers retired and whatever. But, man, this is right now where we're sitting it feels like the Thibodeau year where you're like, coming out of draft night, it's not going to go well, and you can get told by everybody that it is. But at a certain point, maybe the eye test just won't do the eye test.
What, like talking about the season going forward? I'm not like this isn't a situation where the draft was make or break the season going forward.
Love this. Ready? How about at 3 p.m. today or 1 p.m., whatever, out of 100, put a number on it, excitement for the season next year for the Giants, and then right now, in this very moment, give me the same number out of 100 on excitement for the season next year. How much has it changed?
Okay.
I'll hang up and listen.
I would say excitement for next season was probably around about a good 80.
It's a healthy number.
A good 80 or 85.
I was about to say,
just
you might
because,
be even higher.
there's some first year head coach, a lot of changes on offensive and defensive staff, and Joe Shane stepping into a new role, so it's kind of been a different experience for him too. But I mean, excited about Jackson Dart year 2 and maybe a fully healthy season out of Cam Scadaboo, Micah McFadden back for the defense.
Malik.
Malik Neighbors obviously will be hopefully healthy for a full season.
All right, what's our number now?
I really don't want to
who did his surgery
at 12.
What'd you say, Joe?
Offense are going tackle Caden Proctor at 12.
Okay. Wait, all right, Tuck, give me our number now.
Number now is probably, I would say it probably dropped to like a 75.
So we got almost a 10-point drop on that.
And it's only because now you're asking a defensive coordinator who will be new to build an offense out of too many pass rushers.
I mean, we went
build
from
a defense out of too
we
many
went
pass
from a
rushers.
B plus to a C. That's a little.
But
like,
it's only because of the question marks.
No, but I'm
like,
saying,
I'm still pretty excited to see these guys
I don't know
play.
if those question marks were prevalent in your head 6 hours ago, but I feel like this is almost like digging up trauma.
I guess it did, but the trauma didn't exist. It didn't exist until they decided to pick Reese at 5.
But in your
because
head,
they felt bad about it.
In your head, this wasn't an impossibility. Like so it did. You know what I mean? Like this wasn't out of the realm.
In my head, it was Caleb Downs at 5.
Brendan, what pick did your team just get him at?
11.
Exactly.
Wait, one more.
How much football did he play in between him saying 5 and you saying and him getting eventually picked at 11?
0.
Oof,
Wait,
tough, dude.
One more. How many times did the Giants pass on him?
Dude, that whole picture, and that's my whole. I love that. That whole part is my biggest point of this whole draft process, Tuck. And I'd love to get your response on this. Like, these guys don't play other football. Like, these opinions, these guys change so much. Tyson, a good example. We talked about with Joe earlier. Like, they have the same value they did 2 months ago, 3 months ago.
Oh, for sure. But that's why the draft is like, I mean, that's why it's like special and like weird with the predictions like this.
Definitely.
Because you're trying to gauge it off of guys who haven't really played a live football game in several months.
Yeah.
But that's why I think it should be weighed more on what a team needs. And what the Giants didn't need was another pass rusher.
In the way that
and yet,
basketball is not that way.
Exactly. But sometimes when you are drafting this high in the draft, general managers will freak out and say, my job might be in jeopardy if I let the first ranked overall player drop to below 5 when we had the 5th overall pick. I think that's why they picked Reese, was because they felt obligated to pick him because he was still there. But it should have been Downs from the get-go. They should have had Downs pinned on their draft board before Mendoza got picked. But here we are, and they probably said to themselves, we'd like to get well, I guess they said that they'd like to get their offensive tackle figured out. They'd like to get Maui Goa at some point, but they clearly said, okay, if Arvell Reese somehow falls to 5, we're going to take him. And after that, it would be speculation to what the plan is.
And we've
I'd have
heard
to hope it was Caleb Downs, but the fact that they picked a tackle when Downs was still on the board tells me they never even thought about Caleb Downs, which is even more damning against Joe Shane or whoever came up with this plan.
I was just about to say that. I don't know how much this is to blame from a Shane perspective, because
I don't know. Last year he let his kids make the first.
Well,
he
didn't, because if he listened to his son, he would have traded up and gotten Jaden Daniels, or 2 years ago would have traded up and gotten Jaden Daniels, which would have been smarter. But anyway, his son showed him up on Hard Knocks. Regardless, I think from the reporting we've seen the last couple of months, I think Harbaugh has his fingerprints all over this 2 picks. Like, I think you could blame Shane all you want. That might be the simple answer in your head. I think they went from experience. They've heard the rah that this fan base has talked the last 3 months or so. I think Harbaugh has his hands all over these guys. I think, let me go this far, and Tucker, we could even wrap here after this, after your final statements. But I could even say, I think if Downs was a Harbaugh must-have, he'd have a giant hat on as we speak. Have a giant hat on as we speak.
I say it's hard to believe he wasn't considering Kyle Hamilton the usage that he got over in Baltimore, but you know what?
Makes you think, doesn't it?
It does. It really does.
Nonetheless, that's my point. I think if Harbaugh, with his spot right now, wanted that guy, he would have that guy. But what do I know?
I did say before that Joe Shane's his role has certainly changed a lot.
Diminished.
It's 100% diminished, and I mean that's been like a whole pill for him to swallow. But how much it's been diminished has not really been revealed to the public, at least not to Giants fans. So I like that take, Chris. I think Harbaugh definitely had a bigger say in draft night than, say, Daboll did in years past.
Or just the common head coach.
Yeah. Harbaugh, I think, likely wanted to get Jackson Dart some more protection just because he likes to run around a lot. But, for me, that protection comes built in with sliding more, getting out of bounds. This guy is a mobile quarterback. He doesn't need an insanely good offensive line in order to keep himself safe or in order to get loose from the pocket.
He was emoting back there. Football.
He was laughing.
He was doing football emotes.
I just don't.
Joe's going delirious.
It is.
I'm emoting and then watching on the stream delay Brendan react.
It is baffling to me
I know,
in a way that I really can't quite describe that Caleb down with the secondary, the way that it looks, with Tyler Nubin as your primary strong safety and Deonte Banks occasionally moving away from being a corner and playing safety and doing it poorly, you're going to leave Caleb Downs at safety on the board and go with an offensive lineman who probably would have been available in the second round when the Giants picked.
Maui Goat was not going to be available in the second round. Do not let yourself say that.
But don't let your over-exaggeration get away from your point. Don't let your over-exaggeration get from your point. Your point is accurate.
There at least could have been a close equivalent lineman later down the line, or even just wait until next year's draft to draft high for a lineman. This year, it was clear Caleb Downs was on the board. You need help at safety. It's very obvious. You also passed on him at 5, and he still fell to you at 10, and you still let him walk.
That's the overarching point.
Shame on the Giants organization for letting Caleb Downs go, and especially shame because he fell to them.
That's and that sucks. Similar to how the Saquon thing, if you talk to Shane and them, was a coincidental mishap or like it's just unfortunate and you end up in Philadelphia. This feels very similar. I'm gonna wrap it up here a little bit. I want to first of all acknowledge. I think the most overarching point of what Tucker just said was the Giants have glaring secondary problems. I think Caleb Downs is the guy who solves most of those problems, and to maybe even reinvent the wheel with this second pick, especially the second pick, passing on him twice, it seems unforgivable. We'll see. Maybe this guy is in Canton, Ohio one day, and we're all on freezing cold takes one day. I think Tucker would like that. To be honest with you.
But Chris, hold on, Chris. It's okay. It's fine. We're good. Jason Pinnock is here.
Is that who's that?
Yeah, that's the Giants' third string safety.
Yeah, no, that's not okay. Well, you would hope he doesn't play
I've already mentioned all of their pedestrian first and second string guys, so we got to go even deeper.
Tuck, I'm sorry tonight went so poorly. Sometimes it's the line is that thin between a Malik Neighbor or even an Abdul Carter year and then something like this.
I know.
It happens.
The 180 from last year to this year.
It was a good offseason.
Really nuts. But yeah,
you
honestly,
mentioned earlier
the offseason was better than the draft.
There's
a
lot of positives. Start going into next year. Another year of Scatterbo, another year of Neighbors. When that team was healthy, they did really well. We're going to listen to one more pick. What are we listening to, Joe?
In the 2026
Rams.
NFL
the most
draft,
interesting pick of the draft.
The Los Angeles Rams select Ty Simpson.
The replacement for Matt Stafford.
Fascinating. That
first-round pick
is fascinating. We were talking possibly a second quarterback taken in this first round, possibly Ty Simpson of Alabama, just taken at 13.
Ty Simpson.
That is, and that's a perfect way to end, Joe. We appreciate maybe the biggest surprise of the first round so far. Ty Simpson taken maybe 20 spots ahead of where he was projected. I'm happy tonight went well for you.
Thank you.
My team's drafting 32nd for the second time in their franchise's history. One of the only franchises who hasn't drafted first overall ever. Just because Griffin isn't here, I felt like I had to overcompensate.
Just know that I'm generally okay because New York sports, other than this, has been going pretty well.
Including the Knicks losing right now.
We already talked about the Yankees.
I agree.
And
Yankees went well. Boston had a rough day.
Yeah, the Knicks are losing by 5 in the fourth
quarter,
but we don't have to
which
talk
Joe
about
can look
that.
at me confused. And then the Red Sox, they sang New York, New York at a Jared Carrabis watch party, and they've lost 5 straight since then. Jared Carrabis should leave Sinatra's words out of his mouth. Nonetheless, draft show was great. Really unexpected draft. Really unpredictable draft this year. Fernando Mendoza goes 1. Downs goes to Dallas. The Giants make a pair of picks that has Tucker Austin puzzled, El Jefe puzzled. On the other side of the glass, we have the current El Jefe, Joe Henry. We always appreciate him behind the boards. The guy always making it happen, as a really smart and handsome man once said. Brendan Shorey to my left, across from me, Tucker Austin. I got here a little late. I had class. I got let out early. I'm really happy I made it. We had Griff Stevenson in here for a while as well. We appreciate him. He had to get out of here, but for everyone here and all of our NFL draft coverage from our Super Bowl crew here at the Rose Hill Studios, we thank everyone, and we hope you have a beautiful day. Go Hawks.
Adios.